Yo, you know the deal. You nothing change. Judah Ben. Yo. Here we go again to open up the show again. Suckers want to copy, so they try to wonder where we been. It's Thomas from the Bronx talking boxing, football and baseball and sometimes wrestling. Plus he all about the dough like Fosse. You might even catch him live, be on IG. You know he still rock with sock, even when the whole block is hot. Chillin' in the cut like a doc. A lot of cowards, they act fake in a spot like they taking a spot, but imitators a pop. Tommy dropping out gems like a treasure chest. Every other week you might catch him with a special guest. Like the champ Keith Cologne, he's a regular. Took pics with Bud, so you better show him love. BBO and D-Free playing safety. They blocking all nonsense. Sonny, change your conscience. Yeah. You already know the deal. Judah Ben. Tell a friend to tell a friend, son. Tommy from the Bronx. BVO, D-Free, Socrates in the spot. East St. Louis.
Shout out to TD Sports, man. B. Norman Jr., man. See you taking pictures out there and with that New York doing big things, man. Keep doing your thing.
Gotcha.
TD Sports Talk in the house. Let's go. Cheers, guys.
The best in the world. Number one, the best in the world, okay? Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Having technical difficulties with this StreamYard as usual. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. They keep changing the layouts and stuff, and I gotta fix the banners. But we back, we live. Friday night sports talk is back. I'm by myself right now. Everybody's running late. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of special guests coming in right now. Actually, one of them is texting me right now. Let me just respond to this text. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Of course, going live, it never fails. But yeah, I got talking to one of my guests. We got two professional pro fighters supposed to be coming on the panel today, as long as my co-host, my man D-Free, not sure where he's at, running a little bit late. And my man Socrates Palmer should be coming up as well. But in the title, you know, we listed Ofacio. Ofacio should be up, you know, big time prospect out of here in the Bronx, New York. He'll be here today. Should be on any minute now, or unless he's waiting for Sock to come on. And you know how Sock can be. That could be forever. And we got another former world champion that will be on the panel as well. And he might be here shortly. He's the one that I'm texting with now. He's been on the platform a bunch of times before, and I can't wait for him to come on because he's a troll, because he be trolling me, you know, when my team be losing the Seahawks and stuff. But anyway, let me see who's in the building before we get started. You know, I don't like doing the show by myself. I like to have my co-host here, but I got to do what I got to do. Joy Blogs, what's good with you? Thank you for coming through. Salute. There go my main man right here, the real Mr. Shelton, not the fake one, you know, not the pretender, but the contender, my paisan. What's going on? My man, Mr. Shelton in the building. What's going on? And my co-host from the Keeping in the Ring program, the man, the myth, the legend, the Bronx legend, Rich Mancuso, or should I say, as Mr. Shelton would say, Rich Mancuso. I can't do it the way Mr. Shelton would pronounce it, but my main, Rich Mancuso from the Keeping It Ring program. And salute to you, Rich. And right now, as people come in, I'll shout them out. So, but yeah, man, tomorrow, Ring 4, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Big, major card. Probably the card of the year. We got a bunch of undefeated fighters on the card. And I'm excited for this. Undercard is solid. Main event is solid. Some people think that the main event shouldn't be the main event, that the co-main event should be the main event. Either way, we're going to have great performances tomorrow from all the fighters there. I think all the fighters are there to show out, not just show up, and, looking to make history, man, on this major card, as well as, of course, they're making some big money, but, there's some unification titles on the line, some regular titles on the line, and I'm with it, man. It's going to be great, man. I love the sport of boxing. And sometimes when you get rewarded with good cards like this, you got to be kind of like, a kid in the toy store and just like overzealous and happy, because we don't get major cards like this often, So we got to appreciate and hope for the best, you know what I'm saying? Because, we don't want no duds. And I think with the matchups that are made tomorrow, I don't think we're going to get any duds. I really don't. I truly, honestly believe, we got 4 major fights, and I believe all 4 fights are going to be bangers, man. We got ourselves some bangers. My man Rich Mancuso says, have a great show. Keep it in the ring. And my man Yoda Crush, man, the legend, man. Salute to you, Yoda. If we got time later, you want to pop up on the panel, you're welcome to come aboard. You know what I'm saying? STN, Sports Talk Network in the building. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for this, man. The main event, you got the monster, David Benavidez. Benavidez fighting undefeated fighter, 30-0, looking to have his 31st fight, taking on Anthony Yarde. This is for the WBC World Light Heavyweight title. Yarde 27-3. Both guys are big punchers. Yarde, is always known, for stepping up a competition and not getting the job done. Does he, it's the third time a charm, right? First was Kovalov, then it was Benavidez. It's the third time a charm. I don't know. We're going to discuss it as soon as my co-hosts and the panelists come on the board, and we're going to get the take of 2 professional fighters, give us their takes, which should be interesting, right? Because I'm just a fan. You know what I'm saying? I never been in a ring, so it's going to be great to get perspectives from 2 fighters that been in the ring. So let me just follow up with this text. This guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after that, which some people believe could be the main event, it's the co-main event. We got Devin, the Dream Haney, former undisputed lightweight champion of the world and 135 division champion, former 140-pound super lightweight champion of the world, and now looking to make history and get a 3rd title in a 3rd division weight class. But he's going against an opponent that's going to be no slouch. This is his first time in the big time, but he is the WBO world welterweight champion. He's had a great year this year, had maybe the knockout of the year, maybe knockout, what he says, knockout of the decade, and he's a big power puncher, but yet again, first time in a big stage. So, and I know he's not coming to lay down. He's coming to win. So that's a major fight. And, probably the most talk about fight because of, all the Devin Haney fans. And, of course, you have the Devin Haney haters as well. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to discuss the matchup, who wins and why. We'll go into the odds and all of that. Then we got a couple other fights as well. We got Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, 22-0, taking on Fernando Puma Martinez from Argentina. This is for unification, WBC World Super Flyweight title and WBO Super World Super Flyweight title. That should be a banger of a fight as well. I don't think this fight goes the distance. Somebody's getting knocked out in this fight. This should be a banger. And then, of course, you got lightweight champion, a vacant lightweight title on the line. The WBO World Lightweight Championship, the title that Keyshawn Davis had to give up because he didn't make weight. You got the guy Sam Noakes from the UK, undefeated at 17-0, with I believe 15 knockouts, taking on rising superstar let's not say superstar yet, rising star, potential superstar out of Cleveland, Ohio, Abdullah Mason, 19-0 with 17 knockouts. That's going to be a banger as well. Another big test for Abdullah Mason. He's been fighting very often since he came on the scene back in 2019, only 21 years old. I believe he's very special. I know some people that's going to be up on here that may disagree. One of the pro fighters is we've been back and forth texting each other, disagreeing on this, and I can't wait for him to come up and explain why he believes Sam Noakes will win, and I will give you the reasons why I think Abdullah Mason will win, as well as the other people as well. But yeah, I'm excited. Those are four big fights. Vito Milanecki will be on the card as well. I'm excited to see him. I've seen him a few times fight. White Magic, right? Vito Milanecki out of New Jersey. He'll be on the card as well. So as I read this text, he said after he eats, very well, very well. So if anybody wanted to come up and maybe chop it up now before my co-host come on, let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat. Y'all come up. We could shoot the fair one real quick and talk about these fights. But let's start off with this. Let's go back. Last week we had a big fight. We had the rematch, underwhelming rematch. Sometimes that's what rematches are like that after you have a mega fight, what potentially could have been the fight of the year back in April. And I'm talking about, Chris Eubanks Jr. Taking on Conor Benn. The first fight was a banger of a fight, great fight. And Eubanks won the fight. I thought it was closer than what the scorecards were. Some people thought Eubanks won fairly easy, especially the last 2 rounds of that fight in April. But last week, different story. Wasn't the banger that some people thought we were going to have. Conor Benn pretty much dominated from beginning to end. Eubanks didn't seem comfortable at all. He looked like he looked like a little weight drained. He looked tired. He looked sluggish. And Conor Benn did what he's supposed to do in a situation like that. He showed a little bit more of the repertoire. He looked like he was boxing a little bit more with the jab. Very impressed with Conor Benn, and obviously this fight was at 160, and now he's going to drop down back to welterweight, which it's going to be very difficult for him to do that. So it's going to be tough. I don't know how he's going to do it, but credit to him. Conor Benn with a big victory over Chris Eubanks Jr. last week. Underwhelming performance as far as watching the first fight, but finally one in the scorebooks for the Benns, right? Chris Eubanks obviously beat Nigel Benn, which is the father of Conor Benn, and they also had a draw, and then Eubanks Jr. with the win earlier this year. So they were up two wins to zip with one draw, and it's good to see that the Benns, got on the scorecard, and Conor Benn got the win for his family and the Benn name. So pretty cool for as far as that. I'm sure in like 20 years there'll be some cool nostalgia takes on it, which would be pretty cool. I like doing the nostalgia, especially on the Keeping It in the Ring program, where we go back in time and look at some of the great fights. But yeah, that was last week. This week is now. I believe there's some fights tonight. Pro Box has a card tonight that's fighting. Monty Powell's on the fight. I don't know if he's fighting now. I'm missing it right now, so I'm gonna have to catch the replay. But our guy Monty Powell is fighting tonight. Whether he's fighting now, I don't know if the fight is over. It's still on as of now. I'll catch that later. But Pro Box has a card on right now. Monty Powell was with us on the Tales from the B-Side a few months ago, and giving us his story and stuff he's been going through in his boxing career. So hopefully he pulls out a win today. I'm rooting for Monty Powell because I consider him to be a friend of the program here at TD Sports Talk. So, and also obviously Tales from the B-Side. So Monty Powell forced. Damn it. Well, there goes that. Mr. Shelton, as he said, Monty Powell, was it a decision, controversial, knockout? I'm going to watch it anyway, but, salute to you, Tay. Thanks for coming through. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. We're running a little bit behind. I don't know where all my peoples is at to have a conversation with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link to see if anybody want to join me because everybody's MIA, missing in action as I wait for my co-host and my 2 panelists. Let me just drop this in there. Hold on. My man Stephen L. the Mac was in here too. Shout out to man Stephen L. the Mac. He really is a Mac. I don't know if you guys know that, but he really is. Damn, unanimous decision. Jesus Christ. Legit or BS? Yeah, I gotta watch that. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Shout out to you, Joy Blocks. Thanks for coming through. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. I'm gotta go over there. I owe you a song over there. I gotta go over there and sing real quick. Let me text my other panelist and see where he's at. Okay, he just texted me now. He said about 10:40. All right. So okay, cool. So yeah, if anybody wants to come up and talk about these fights, if not, I'll keep talking and talking. We're gonna do our football picks hopefully Sunday morning. Didn't have a good week in my football picks after me talking all my shit. I went 0-3 I believe all my picks lost last week. So that's what happens when you rush the show Sunday morning, which is what I did last week. So that's my excuse. I believe Dub Rightside is now in first place in the football pool. I'm back in second. Not sure where D Free is at. Sock has been terrible. So yeah, but we'll be back this Sunday. We'll be making our football picks. Shout out to my Seahawks, man. We got a bad loss this week, but we got a tough game against the Titans. Teehee. should be an easy win for my Seahawks this week. And you know what? Since my people are not here, let me take a stab at Mr. Shelton. The Niners, they got the Carolina Panthers this week. I picked the freaking Niners this week in my survivor pool, so they better not do me dirty. I need them to win. There's like 45 people left in our survivor pool, and it started out with like 700 and change, so it's about 19,000 and change in the pot. 45 people left, so the Niners better not lose. I need them to win. As I'm trying to get it down, hopefully to like a dozen, so we could do a split or something. But yeah, the pool is like 19,000 and change, and there's about 45 people left in the survivor pool. So knock on wood, I could get a piece of that. So, but first things first, I need the 49ers to win this week, or I'm done. So, no, this guy's a clown, Ofacio. Nah, he wants me to announce him it. Nah. Hold on 1 second. He got a special announcement he wants us to have. He said, "Oh, now you want absolutely? I want the Niners to win. It's a lot on the line, buddy. Hell yeah, I want the Niners to win. Are you bugging?" Daniel Berry, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Thanks for coming through. But let's talk a little boxing. Yesterday was the press conference. And the press conference was pretty lit as far as two fights. Two fights is pretty kind of lit with Bam Rodriguez and Puma Martinez. They were kind of going back and forth, talking a little trash, and the face-off got a little interesting. They got each other's face, and Martinez is trying to get in the head of Bam Rodriguez. I do believe that fight is going to be a banger, man. I think that's going to be. I feel like both fighters are going to hit the deck and come up off the deck and and continue to bang it out. Pause. And I got Bam winning that fight. We'll get into it a little bit later, but yeah, they were at it. And then the other face-off. Shout out to Jamie. Jamie, good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Hope everything is well. Salute. Good evening, Sir Thomas. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Devin Haney and Brian Norman. Didn't really have much words, as the fathers were doing most of the talking, mostly from Brian Norman Sr.'s side. Brian Norman Sr. has been doing a lot of talking the last few months, and we discussed this here at the channel, and I gave my opinions on it. I think they're taking it a bit too personal. I think they have every right to take things a little bit personal for the things that have been said, but at the end of the day, it's a fight game. You got to prepare. You can't get your emotions. You can't let your emotions get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you let your emotions get the best of you, there goes all the strategies and all the preparations that you did, to get you this far and to get you to hopefully win, your fight and defend your title successfully. And, when you fight with emotion, sometimes it's good, but most of the time it's bad, and I believe there's a lot of emotion coming into play, a lot of personal feelings and stuff. And I'm not saying, they shouldn't feel the way they feel. If you feel disrespected in any certain way, you're going to feel that way. I can't tell a person how they feel when they've been disrespected. You know what I'm saying? I know how I would feel and how I would take it. But at the end of the day, you guys, you're professional, sports, is fun. It's something to do. But when you're getting paid millions of dollars to perform in a sport, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, you got to have some sort of professionalism. And I think they lost that a little bit because of their feelings and, the emotions and stuff. So hopefully that doesn't carry on into the fight, because it could make them, you could look very, very bad, fighting off emotion and not going to the game plan and, looking to maybe knock somebody out without setting things up and, getting really careless and reckless. And that's what I took from this press conference yesterday as Brian Norman, Sr. was talking. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. If I was Brian Norman Sr. and I felt the way he felt, I would have took a swing at Bill Haney. Fuck it. At least you let him know, like, you serious, right? I would have took a swing at him. Whether you got in trouble or wrestled up, I would have took a swing at him. Because if you really felt the way you felt, forget the talking. Just punch him in the face already. Like that's just me, right? Maybe my advice is not the best, but I'm saying if you feel the way you feel, just snuff him already. Just let it happen. I mean, I don't think you're going to lose in a fight to Bill. I mean, you're a fighter. Bill's not really, Bill's more of a manager, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know his hand game. I've never seen him in the ring. But I mean, if you feel the way you feel, you know what I'm saying, then just go out there and snuff him, be like, for real. That's my take on it. But with that being said, if you're not going to do that, you got to have some sort of professionalism. Go there, say what you got to say, you know what I'm saying? And then, get ready for the next day, which is the weigh-in, and then the next day, which is the fight. You know what I mean? So shout out to man 503. What's good, 503? Salute to you. My people's is running a little bit late. I got the link in the chat. You want to come up and talk a little bit before my co-hosts come up, and my two fighters are coming up right now. One's coming at 10:40. Oh, shit. So one wants me to announce them this way. But yeah. So if you want to come up, the link is there. Anybody that want to come up could come up and shoot the fair one with me right now about this boxing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to what I was saying as far as the press conference. Most of the talking was done by the fathers, nothing really by the sons. I think they mean business. And then the face-off happened. Brian Norman looked like he meant business. He's ready to fight. He was just basically there, standing, staring. Poker face or not, he looks like he means business. He's ready to fight. Devin Haney was there, kind of sizing him up, moving around a little bit. Some people say it's nervous energy. I honestly didn't feel that way. If this was Devin Haney's first big fight like this, and I saw him doing that, I might have thought it was nervous energy. But being that I've seen Devin Haney at big fights at this stage before and act differently in each of those fights, and this was no different, it was different, I really honestly didn't feel like there was nervous energy. And I really would like people who thought it was nervous energy to explain why they feel like he had nervous energy. I really want somebody to explain that to me. I honestly thought he was just there, just maybe kind of get in his head, maybe to like kind of, get in Brian's head a little bit and maybe annoy him a little bit, make him feel a type of way. You know what I'm saying? And to Brian's defense and to his credit, he didn't snap or do something stupid or like, push his hand to push him or anything silly. He just kept looking at him. So I thought the face-off was fine. I thought it was good. I don't read into it too much. Unless somebody would have swang or pushed each other, then, a different story. You feel me? Like, then I would have, made a little judgment. But honestly, that nervous feeling that people said he had, I really don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that, what he did, he was just trying to kind of get it under his skin a little bit, like, test him to see if he would do something. And Brian Norman didn't bite. That's how I kind of read it. That's how I kind of feel. And then today in the face-off was a much different story. When they did the weigh-in, I thought both fighters looked good at the weigh-in. Devin Haney came in a little bit bigger by like 0.5 pounds or something like that. He came at 146.6, while Brian Norman Jr. came in at 146.12, something like that. Let's say 0.1 rounded off. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man 903 Boxing. Salute to you, bro. Hope everything is well with you, man. Thanks for coming through. So I thought both fighters look good. Now we're ready for a fight. Not much talking. The stare down was good. I was fine with it. And we got to fight tomorrow, bro. Like, we're going to get into it. I really want to get into these picks and predictions and breakdowns, but, I don't know what type of time these people are on today, man. It's already 10:33 and people are running dumb late. I'm about to get my wife up in here and talk boxing with me. I don't know what's going on, huh? But they should be on here shortly. I'm about to hit D3 and see where the hell he's at. Yeah, and then the other fight, big fight that I think is going to be a good fight for as long as it lasts. Sam Noakes from the UK, undefeated, 17-0, taking on Abdullah Mason, who's 19-0, 17 knockouts. That's going to be a good fight. I think Abdullah is going to stop him. I think he's going to stop him midway through the fight. I think Noakes is tailor-made for him. I do think Noakes may be a little bit difficult in the first few rounds because I feel like he's going to be a little bit dirty in this fight. I feel like he's going to do whatever he can to kind of get under the skin of Abdullah and maybe try to get him a little flustered early with some dirty tactics and maybe try to bully him a little bit, and see where he's at mentally. The kid, Abdullah's only 21 years old, but he's a very mature and experienced 21-year-old. People want to talk about the experience. Sam Noakes has more rounds than him. He's been fighting a little bit longer, but Abdullah's been more active. He's been fighting like 4 or 5 times a year. If I'm not mistaken, this is his 4th fight this year. So I think the activity overweighs the experience in rounds, if that makes sense, right? Because I think he has more rounds. Abdullah's been stopping guys much earlier. I think the activity and him being active, 4 fights rather than 2 fights, I think that matters most. Now, my co-host Sak brought up a good point about Sam Noakes earlier today when we was talking on the phone. I'm going to let him talk about it as far as who Sam Noakes has been working with. I did not know this. Supposedly he's been sparring and working out with some guy from the UK that's really good, and he's supposed to be like the real deal. I never heard of him before, but I'll let Sak talk about it. And then one of my panelists, one of my fighters, is picking Sam Noakes to win this fight. And I said, are you bugging? I just don't understand, the not just the skill set, but the freak nature of Abdullah Mason. The guy has a 74-inch arm length, 74 inches, bro. That's insane. Brian Norman, I believe, has a longer arm reach than Devin Haney. I believe he's 72. 74 inches, bro, from a lightweight. That's crazy, bro. That's a huge advantage. And I believe, and Abdullah uses his length. He uses that arm reach as well, man. I think this is going to be a ugly knockout. I see Abdullah stopping him because I think Sam Noakes is tailor-made. I think he's going to come to fight. He's not coming to lay down. He's coming to win. He's going to come in there and try to test him early and try to land something early. But I believe he's going to start getting caught and getting pieced up. And eventually he's going to get stopped, either stopped very bad or very just get punished where he's going to have to kind of submit. That's how I kind of see this fight going. I think this goes to maybe between 6 and 8 rounds for Abdullah Mason. So I just don't see how people are picking against Abdullah Mason in this fight. We don't know much about Sam Noakes, and we already know about the UK fighters. I'm not discrediting the UK fighters, but they're not really fighting top competition over in the UK that they're doing here in the US, especially at lightweight, especially at super lightweight, especially at welterweight and middleweight. Heavyweight, you got it. You got it. All right. Heavyweight, you got it. But at those middle and lower weights, they don't have the talent like we do here in the States. That's just my opinion. And I believe there's some fact to it too, as far as, the top guys that are ranked right now in those weight classes. You don't see many guys in the UK, bro. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So my man 903 says, I believe in Abdullah, but I think Noakes is dangerous, especially if the fight go later rounds. That's fair. That's fair. But I feel like if it goes later rounds, I feel like the later it goes, the more adjustments that Abdullah will make. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he'll get stronger in the fight as well. I believe Abdullah's never gone more than 8 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. He's only had 2 10-round fights. And both of them didn't go to distance. He got 2 stoppages in both of them. His last fight was against Nakathelia. That was a 10-round fight. I believe he stopped them in 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. But he's only had 2 10-round fights, and they didn't make the distance. I think the longest he's been is 8. So I think he's got 17 KOs. We'll go check let's go check the resume right now to be sure. but I think he's only been to the 8th round. Let's go. Let me see this. Let's see. Where we at? Abdullah Mason, 19-0, 17 KOs, 2 decisions. The 2 decisions was a while ago. He had a unanimous decision in a 6-round fight. So yeah, and then these are all 6-round fights. And then earlier in a 4-round fight. So he hasn't been past, it looks like, the 6th round. Let me see any stoppages in the 7 out of 8. Nope, the longest, 6 rounds. I thought he'd been at least 8. Oh, my bad. So yeah, that is very interesting. Later rounds, being a guy that never been in those deep waters. But let's go look at Sam Noakes, because I believe Sam Noakes, he's had a few 12-round fights. But then again, Ryan Walsh, he went to a decision, won a unanimous decision against Ryan Walsh 2 fights ago, scored a knockdown, which is weird. He got an 8-round fight. He went from a 12-rounder to an 8-rounder. He did get the stoppage in 3. He stopped somebody in the 8th round of 12 before. Before that, he fought Yvonne Mendy, and he went 12 rounds there. Got a unanimous decision. So yeah, he's done some rounds as far as like the last 4 or 5 fights. A few years ago, he went 9 rounds out of 10 versus this guy Sean Cooper. He stopped him. Okay, yeah, he's definitely got more rounds than Abdullah, but Abdullah gets guys out of there. So salute to my man BVO, man. What's good with you? You see everybody's late, right? See nobody come up here and say what's up. You see it? Yo, the STN, man, y'all guys be, doing me grimy, bro. What's going on with that? Nah, but everybody's running late. I think they're coming through. I haven't heard from D3. Maybe he's busy with family and something. Usually he's the first one here. So, but I definitely emailed him and sent a text. But yeah, people should be here shortly. Just waiting for them to come through. So that's that. Those are the 4 fights. I pretty much touched up on it. Just waiting for these guys to come through. Like I said, anybody want to come through, the link is in the chat. And let's go over these odds in the fight. Let's go over these odds. I put them here. So in the Abdullah Mason fight, the odds changed. I believe these odds will have moved. And what that tells me is there's a lot of money coming in on Sam Noakes. I believe this fight, Sam Noakes was getting 4-1 at one point. So now it's changed. Abdullah Mason minus 350. So that means you got to lay down $350 to win 100. And Sam Noakes is giving you plus 260. You lay down $100, you get back 260. So, which is still not that bad, but I believe it was about 400, meaning it was 4-1. So that tells me a lot of people have been betting money on Sam Noakes recently. So, that's not a good sign if you're an Abdullah Mason supporter. This is the biggest line out of all 4 fights. Jesse Bamba Rodriguez minus 1,100. Puma is a plus 650. Those are good betting odds because I believe if there's going to be an upset, this can happen. It can happen in this fight. Fernando, these guys from Argentina, they tough, man. They really tough. They come to fight. They don't come to lay down. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's gonna get a little physical and dirty too in this fight a little bit. He's decent. He's really decent defensively. Even though I got Bam stopping this guy, but you never know, But if you want some betting odds and some favorable odds to try to make some money, this might be the fight. Plus 650 for every 100 that you put down. Then in the main event, Monster Benavidez is a big favorite as well, but not as big as Bam Bam, minus 900 to 100. So you got to lay 900 to win 100 for the Monster, David Benavidez, against Anthony Yarde, who I believe there's another one that he could get an upset, where, Anthony Yarde has been pretty good, early in fights. The thing with him is his gas tank. And then last but not least, as one of my guests has showed up, Brian Norman Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney, even money, both at minus 110. Be interested to see how that fight moves tomorrow before the fight starts as far as the money switching up. The early lines came in that Brian Norman Jr. was the favorite. That line has quickly moved. But without further ado, let me read this text from the guy I'm introducing because he wants me to introduce him this way. And I'm going to put him over. I'm going to put him over because he's going to be a future champion out of the Bronx. I'm talking about the sniper, Ofacio Big Daddy Falcon.
That was crazy. Yo, I got a glove. Yo, you know there was a fighter named Big Daddy though.
Ready, Bo.
Yeah, and I have a glove signed by him in my room.
Oh, really? Oh, that's what's up.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you because when I move, like I be losing stuff, so I'll give it to you.
Oh, all right. That's what's
I
up.
got you.
Maybe we do
Next
that.
time I see you.
Did he sign it in your name, or he just
Nah,
signed
he just signed the glove. I have just a signed
So
glove.
maybe we could raffle it off. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be cool. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, people that are here, my man, let me do this. This is Ofacio Falcon out of the Bronx, the sniper. He's 13-0, 7 KOs. He's got a big fight coming up in a couple weeks, December 6th in Atlantic City. You're taking a guy named Headley Scott. He's 18-3. He's been around the block more than once. And before we get into this fight, being that everybody's running late, tell us and tell the people what you know about this guy that you're fighting on December 6th.
I really don't watch film on a lot of guys. Like I know what like of him. I know what he fights like. I just believe that I'm a big believer in that the guys he's fought before in previous fights fight nothing like me. So he's not gonna fight me the same way. So as far as how he fights, I see that he throws a bunch of shots. But we'll see fight night. Just expect fireworks. That's how I'm coming.
Okay. And you know, you've been a little bit active, you know, been struggling to kind of get fights and stuff, but how are you feeling in general? I mean, what's the future look like for Ofacio Falcon?
So first step is December 6th, of course. I won another spectacular performance. My last one ended in the first round. This guy here, he fought a guy named Christopher Diaz. His name is, they call him Patufo. That's my boy. I know him. Right after that fight, he fought for a world title. Pitufo fought for a world title against Sugar Nunez.
Okay.
Like about a fight or two after that. So I feel like me beating a guy like this, and I know Pitufo stopped him in the second. If I can stop him in the first or second round, you know, that makes another statement as well. Like if he can do it and then fight Nunez for a world title, then what does that say about me? You know what I'm saying? So my job is to go in there, completely dominate this guy. And as far as for the rest of the year, I want to get this win in right here. I'm going to close the year out like that, God willing, with another spectacular knockout. And then the new year, I got something big coming up. So it's official, and it's literally in the beginning of the year. I'll give you a hint. It's big.
It's big? Meaning, are you signing with somebody? You can't tell me anything? But
it's not. I'll tell you off camera.
All right, fine.
But I'm not signing with nobody, no.
Okay.
It's just a big opportunity.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So
everybody's gonna hear about it eventually. Like actually, I'm announce it right after the fight. Right after this fight here, either when I'm in the ring, I'll announce it, or I'll announce it on social media later that night or the next week.
Okay, and is that's obviously going to get you active real early in the year next year in 2026?
Absolutely. Next year, my goal is to fight 4 times. Next year, 4 or 5 times, as many times as I could. But I'm not trying to fight no regular fights anymore. Like I honestly, like I'm 25. December 21st is my birthday, so maybe a week or two after this fight, I'm turning 26. I want to start establishing myself more in the sport. You know, I see that guys like Hitchens and other people became world champion at like 29, 28. I'm trying to do it a little earlier. So maybe by the time I'm 27 or at the end of the year of 27, I want to be a world champion or something. So this next year, I want to fight at least 2 8-rounders. I want to go to a 10-rounder and then explore my options after that.
Okay. And then, you know, guys that don't know, you've been in the ring with guys like Richardson Hitchens, you know, Keith Cologne. You know, who else you been in? You've been in there, I believe.
Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney.
You know, and you sparred Devin Haney as well?
I'm about to tell you that. I got videos. I mean, of course, I sparred Devin Haney. Yeah.
Well, I've seen some of the videos you sparred with some guys. I've seen them. You showed me. I know you sparred the weirdo, what we call him, the guy in Brooklyn. I don't even say his name. I know you sparred guys like Josue Vargas.
Yeah,
and you know, some people here call him Sherbert. So Colbert. So I know you've been in the ring with him. You've been in the ring with a lot of well-known guys now. So you definitely got a lot of good experience.
As far as all the guys that are like, had a lot of buzz from I guess 2020 to now, I've been in the ring with them.
Okay. So I'm going to get right to it because, these guys, your boy Sock, I don't know where he's at. That's your
He's
man's
late,
name.
man. That man is sleeping, man.
Did you guys work out today?
No. Yesterday I ended up swimming instead. Remember, I've been training this entire year. So
Yeah.
after my last fight, I got right back into camp for this fight. So I haven't been out of shape. So I try to like pace myself throughout the camp. That way I don't burn out.
Yeah.
And kill myself too much. So I went swimming yesterday. So that was supposed to be the day we worked together. My last day with him will be Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you sparred Devin Haney, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I got to ask you, I'm going to ask you, how was that sparring went? And, the experience, and then related to what's going to happen tomorrow as far as that fight with Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr.
Okay. So when I sparred him, that was in like 2017. He was professional. He was like 3-0. I was an amateur. I had like 70 fights.
Okay.
70-some fights. We did 6 rounds that day, and that was at John's gym.
Oh, so he's in the Bronx.
Yeah, it was in the Bronx. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay.
A friend of mine's named Billy knew Devin Haney, and for months, I swear, this is a funny story. For months, I was talking shit, right? I was in the gym. I was like, yo, because he's always saying he knows people, but I never see him with them.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, Billy, man, you don't know nobody, bro. If you know him, tell him I want to work, man. I want to hear every day I'm coming talking shit to Billy. That's how I met him, so that's how we talk shit to each other,
Yeah.
And one day I walk to the gym. I'm coming up the stairs with my father. I see Billy. Billy's like, yo, why you didn't say nothing today? I'm like, what you mean? I didn't walk in the gym yet. He's like, I thought you always say you want to spot Devin Haney. I was like, man, you ain't never bringing him, bro. I always want work. I walk in the gym. Devin Haney, his pops right there. We all start laughing. So Devin was like, yo, you said you want to work. I'm here. I'm like, well, let's work. So boom, everybody suited up. That day it was me. I sparred him 6 rounds, and I think Ish sparred him 3 rounds after, and then I think it was Arnold Gonzalez or somebody. I forget who it was, the last guy.
Oh, Arnold. Okay, I know Arnold. Okay. Yeah, because I know Ishmael sparred Devin Haney too, because he was one of the first ones to tell me that that sparred
Ish was there that day too.
Yeah, okay.
For me and him, it was straight competitive rounds. He brought his father brought a girl, and she was just picking on us the whole sparring session.
Really?
Actually, we got out, wanted to fight my pops. Crazy, bro. I swear, she wanted to fight my pops, and Devin Haney's pops was mad cool. It was great competitive sparring. It was just great work overall.
Okay. So with that experience, or maybe with what you see, because you watch a lot of film, you watch a lot of fights, and guys, Ofacio bets on these fights too. So so he's watching, he does a lot of homework. So talk to us, man. We're gonna go right to it. I mean, there's 4 big fights, but let's just go to the main one. Being that you've been in the ring with Devin Haney and you watch these fights, how do you see that fight going tomorrow?
So again, I was in the ring with Devin Haney in 2017, right? But I could take something out of that, and then there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Doc, can you smile for me so we can see you?
Yeah. Oh, Fucked up, Sock. It's all right. It's all right. You know what you do? Just move your arm. I see the blue hoodie. Just do this. That's it. I got you. So look, I've been in the ring with him in 2017. I could take some things from there. So I would say, remember, fighters change. He's a lot bigger now. I don't know how he punches anymore. So I would say, as far as he has good punch output. I feel like sometimes, remember this was years ago, I feel like sometimes he just be throwing shots sometimes. I guess he gets like trigger happy, but I don't think he does that now. He's very calm and patient now. So then and now it's 2 different things. Remember, he was transitioning from the amateurs to the pros. He was only 3-0.
Yeah.
Back then he was a little bit more aggressive than he is now, especially coming off this fight with Ryan Garcia, which plays a big part because his mental. Before that fight, he was super confident. And I always believe, I said this to 1,000 people, you can meet a super talented fighter, right? Who has all the talent in the world but has 0 confidence. And you meet a guy who's ass. Maybe he has some things with him, like some power or something. He has a puncher's chance, but he has nothing but confidence in himself. And that guy would go in there and beat on that guy with enough talent. So if Devin Haney don't go in there as confident as he needs to be, or as himself, then I think Brian Norman runs over him. But I'm going to be honest with you, with the team around him and the way that he's been speaking, just me watching all the press conferences and stuff, I would say Devin Haney kind of like psyched himself out back into confidence. Like, he's like, oh, he was on drugs, or Ryan Garcia only beat me because he was on PEDs or PEDs or whatever. So I think he truly believes that now. But there was something that I seen at the weigh-in when he was facing off with Brian Norman. He was kind of like moving his face a lot, like he didn't want to look in his eyes, or he didn't want Brian Norman to see through him. He was very like Brian Norman was super calm and he was very like antsy. I don't know. He gave me like mixed emotions. And then at the weigh-in, I seen him flexing. He looked super calm and confident. I'm gonna go with a Devin Haney shutout UD, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there before. He has the boxing IQ to do it, and if I can almost guarantee he's not gonna punch with Norman because he's moving up to 47 to fight a big puncher, and if I know I'm fighting a puncher, my game plan is to box. It's not to exchange with him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, have you seen Brian Norman? He fought a guy on Top Rank. I forget his name. Mind you, I know the
Yeah,
Normans.
Randall.
They show me love on social media, so I just want to say like this is just straight boxing talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. That way they don't get no beef from me, bro. Yeah. What you call it? I seen that he's been dropped on Top Rank by some Puerto Rican guy, tall guy.
Boca Chica. Yeah.
Because he was too confident on the way in.
Mhm.
I could see Devin Haney dropping him as well. Devin Haney looks a lot
Wow.
stronger than he used to
Okay.
be. And I'm gonna talk my shit right now too, because this is some crazy shit that we have to clear up. But then again, we got a lot more technology now too, so maybe you know something that I don't. But when I'm gonna give you an example, when fighters from back then, give me a fighter that moved up. There was a fighter that moved up 4 weight classes. I forget his name. Roberto Duran. Was it Roberto? Yeah, I think it was Roberto Duran. He went to like 3 weight classes. He had like stomach fat still. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you can grow, you get bigger and stronger, whatever the case may be. But I'm sorry, Devin Haney don't have an ounce of fat on him. I don't know what that's about. That just don't make sense to me. I'll be honest with you. He still looks
Really?
dehydrated when he made weight this time too. So I don't know what that's about.
You think so? But he's kind of killed himself at the lower weights.
I
I
do think
feel
he
like
killed
now
himself in
this is
lower
his
weights.
natural.
It could
This is
be.
his natural weight, though. I think.
I feel like, but like he said, he's eating burgers, he's eating steaks, he's eating whatever he wants to make this weight. His exact words on podcast. If I eat whatever I want to make weight, I know how my body looks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you come on. Do you honestly believe that he's telling the truth when he says that?
to an extent,
Okay.
to an extent, like I could see you moving up 3, 4 weight classes, and like, all right, I just want to be comfortable and I can do these things. That I can get away with certain things. I do believe. I don't think he's eating crazy shit, but I do believe you like a burger's not gonna kill you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm taking him for his word. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's saying is what I'm taking it for.
Okay.
But back to the fight, I got Devin Haney a UD shutout only because Norman will just try to come in there and try to punch on him. I don't think Norman's very fast. I don't think that he has fast footwork. I think he looks fast on the pads and bag. Because you're gonna remember they're bringing the pad to you and the bag don't punch back. Devin Haney's IQ, his footwork, and he will go in there nervous, and because of his nerves, he will box better. And I think he might box and I wouldn't even be mad at him if he boxes how he boxed his last fight. So if he does that, I can see a complete shot. I don't see Brian Norman cutting off the ring. I don't see him doing any of that stuff. But then again, a punch his chance. And Brian Norman's not trash at all. He can fight. The guy can box. He got great power in his left hook. And Devin Haney has a problem with picking up his right hand. If Devin Haney stands and exchanges with him, it could be a whole other story. But I just don't think he's going to do that. Me as a fighter, I think as if I'm fighting Brian Norman, I'm outboxing him. I'm using my lateral movement because Brian Norman has heavy feet. He's very flat-footed. I'm circling him. I'm not standing. I'm using my jab. And confidence is a big factor. See, I'm using my jab. I'm circling with him, and I'm not staying in front of him. I wouldn't run from him either to give him too much confidence to run in, but Brian Norman has a problem in the front foot, and he always gets caught coming in. So I see Devin Haney by UD.
Wow. Okay. And then you also said, which this is what I'm going to go back to, when people were saying this, like in the build of the fight, I go to a lot of different channels and I watch them break down the fight, and I see a lot of people come up on different panels and say in chats, and I've seen not a lot of people, but I've seen a good handful of people say the same thing you said. You said that you could see Devin Haney dropping Brian Norman. When it was first said, and I want to say maybe like a couple of me when I first started seeing that, I was like, there's no way. I just don't think that. And the reason why I said that was I was going off of a couple other people that sparred Devin Haney and what they told me, right? So now you're telling me something, but you sparred him, years ago. And
remember, there's also headgear too. Like, you don't feel shit through headgear, bro. I'm be honest, that creates false confidence. Like, I see a lot of guys walk people down in sparring, and then when they go fight, it's nothing the same. His headgear's totally different, bro. You feel the power and all that shit. So, I don't know. I feel like Brian Norman makes too much mistakes, and Devin Haney's experience, he's going to capitalize on him.
Okay.
And also, let me point something out. When he was at 35, he wasn't really knocking stuff out. Then he moved up to 40, dropped Regis, a tough dude.
Yeah.
And now he's moving up to 47, where he said 40, he was already killing himself too. But he seemed to have power at 40, so I can see him bringing something up with him at 47.
Okay. See, that's why we got the professional here, somebody that's been in the ring with different people, and Devin Haney yourself, to tell us that. Because the more and more I've seen, at first I was like, there's no way. But the more and more I've seen that people breaking it down, I'm starting to believe that is a very, possibility as well. And I feel a little bit dumb. And now you're telling me the same thing. So I'm like, and I'm here to learn at the same time as well. I go by what I see with my eyes. I'm not taking the punches and I'm not throwing the punches. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good when I got a guy that's experienced breaking it down. So, wow. So you got unanimous decision, shutout.
Yeah, if I was to take Devin Haney for anything, it was just money line.
Money, which is what is here. I didn't put the odds for like knockouts and stuff.
I think before the odds, like his regular odds was like plus 105. I don't know what it is now. It's probably like 1.
No, I have this is the odds right here. I have them on the board. 110, even money. Pretty much.
So I would just take him for 110 even money. That's it. Yeah, just take him for that. Devin Haney just to win.
Competitive unanimous decision or just a wash?
A competitive unanimous decision. You can't knock Brian Norman.
Okay.
Can't knock him. He's a live dog, bro. And that's not just a guy that, like I said, if Devin Haney goes in there and forgets about his right hand, for example, when he throws a jab to the body, throws a jab out, his elbows up, Brian Norman will capitalize. If he lands a hook again and Devin Haney gets hurt, and like I said, I've seen this in multiple fights previously, bro. Like this happened in multiple fights. The only difference is with Devin, he wasn't knocked out, but he was just like beat on for 12 rounds. And from what I've heard, obviously I've never been knocked out, thank God, that when it's better to get knocked out than to get beat on for 12 rounds the way you do, because that carries on with you forever.
Okay.
But then again, Devin Haney's young too, and I heard that about old fighters. So, but guys like I've seen guys like for example, Josue, when he got knocked out, the second fight after that, when he fought, he didn't take time off, which he was supposed to.
And he got stopped
quick. But not only that, his eyes was closed. If you notice, like he got hit one time, and like his eyes just went closed, and he was on defense. And I'm gonna give you another example of it happening recently again. Erickson Lubin. He's been knocked out by Charlo badly. He came back another fight later. If you know him, when the guy pulled his arm down, when Ortiz pulled his hand down and hit him with the overhand right, his eyes went closed. Watch the video. His eyes was closed again, and he was just getting teed off on.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like maybe your brain's just like going back to shock, like, oh, I'm knocked out when it's not. And I feel like that's just something that can happen in this fight here. I think Devin Haney, well, if he gets touched the right way, pause. If Brian Norman touches him the right way.
That's funny you mentioned touch the right way, and then earlier you just mentioned Josue. Pause.
Oh, wow.
Man, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
Sock is
on a roll today.
Read the transcript.
I'm mad at you, Sock, because you wasn't here to announce me, bro.
Read the transcript.
I told you about these. You wasn't here to announce me. I sent you a text, bro.
Really? I didn't get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, wow, man. Why are you gonna get at Jose Vargas like that?
That was crazy, bro.
Listen, bro, read the transcript. I'm just saying what the nigga said.
But I would say, but like I said, if he stands there with him and Brian Norman hits him, how is Devin Haney gonna react? Because if he thinks he's gonna get away with the punches that slow, not to knock him, but the guy he just fought his last fight, was it Ramirez? Ramirez. He's super slow. The guy fights like a zombie, bro. And like realistically, Brian Norman's a lot faster than that.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions is somebody had a question, and this is pretty much, everybody's question, right? And you said it's a puncher's chance. How's Haney going to take a shot for Norman Jr.? He's got a puncher's chance. If Brian does catch him, do you think that Devin can adjust?
If he hits him with a good shot, Devin Haney will go on panic mode, and Brian Norman will get the stoppage.
Okay, after one shot, it's going to take a couple.
Not after one shot. If he lands a great shot, and Devin Haney goes in that mode, then it is what it is.
Okay. I think that there's an opportunity. Not an opportunity. I think there might be a chance to happen, because usually when that does happen, it usually happens in the second half of fights of Devin Haney, because he tends to make he tends to be maybe sometimes over aggressive, sometimes or a
Yes.
little overconfident. Usually
Yeah.
in the second half of fights, and
I
he
don't
makes
think he's
those
gonna have that
mistakes.
confidence this fight though. That's the reason why I'm seeing a UD shutout.
Okay,
I
all
feel
right,
like
interesting.
So
um
okay, so
I feel like
you,
if
as
I was
far as
Devin
reading
Haney,
the body language,
if I was Devin Haney, sorry to cut you off, Sock. If I was Devin Haney and I'm fighting Brian Norman, I know Brian Norman has a great left hook. I know I got hit with a lot of great left hook. I know that he's seen in previous fights, left hook has been my problem. So I know that he's gonna come with a left hook. I'm training to counter that hook, to block that hook, to circle to that direction. That way I take the power off that hook. And I feel like because of that, Brian Norman will run into something.
Okay. Once again, this is Ofacio the Sniper Falcon, undefeated prospect out of the Bronx, New York at super featherweight. Sock, what do you think? I kind of agree with Ofacio. I feel like everything he said is spot on. At first I didn't think that there's a possibility. I mean, anything can happen in a fight. Anybody could get dropped with the perfect shot. But I wasn't really thinking of Devin Haney maybe scoring a knockdown or maybe even winning by stoppage. But Ofacio seems to think that that's a possibility as well. He's got it as a clean 12-0 sweep for Devin Haney. How do you see this fight, Sock?
well, that's the good thing about having a fight that's not just chalk, right? Like that, you actually can make an argument for both guys. So I'm going to ask Ofacio just because of he's been in there and he stared into another guy's eyes. Pause.
Pause.
Devin Haney's antics, jumping around and like it almost is it
I was just
nerves?
talking
Is it
before you joined in here. I was telling Thomas about that.
like
That he
is it
seems like
false confidence? Uh-huh.
I think he's trying to psych himself out. Like, which is
Psych
not a
yourself
bad thing
up.
though. I know a lot of guys that psych themselves out. Like to this day, like they tell me all the time, like, "Yo, I'll be telling myself this so I can be able to perform better." Like, I know guys that psych themselves out. Some people after being hit like that, and people talking about Brian Norman's power, and now you find a guy with power. I just feel like that's what he was trying to do. He didn't want to look in his eyes, or he didn't want to, like he wanted to seem like he wasn't nervous. He was very like anxious and antsy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I said
Yeah.
like in previous fucking like face offs, he's been super calm. Like I never seen Devin like that. I don't know.
See,
Okay.
I look at Devin Haney. Let me play amateur Freud, amateur psychologist.
And and
I
and,
look
and before you do that, Sock, please let the audience know that you are a hater as well.
I am a hater. I'm a hater, but not a player hater. There's a difference.
You're full of shit.
I'm not a player hater. And if you don't know, then we're gonna have to because I'm objective, right? So here's my thing. I look at Devin Haney as someone who's insecure, right? I mean, he kind of what? I mean, how can I say it? He's
Who's
kind of like
Devin? Who's Devin working with now?
I think Devin Haney's a cornball.
Okay.
I think he's a cornball. I think he's just one of them dudes. Like if you're an athlete, right? You got no game. Like in social as a social person, right? Your whole life is just predicated on your craft, and credit to you. You know that's why he got simped by that girl, and I was asking for that money back. For
That's
that
fucked up.
ring. No,
That was fucked up.
I am psycho. Listen, that's why you overcompensate with the gold and the outrageous clothes, the diamonds on your teeth. That's a sign of insecurity. So that plays into him jumping around and psyching himself up, right? You look at Brian Norman, he's a country bumpkin, right? And he's humble, and it's hard to root against someone that's just bringing humility. He's the clear B side. He's the B minus side, right?
100%. Yeah.
B, not even the B minus. Because unless maybe Brian Norman's dad knows who Brian Norman is, that's about it. No one knows Brian Norman outside of the boxing world. Devin Haney has been around for a couple of years. He's made a buzz. He's been in the big fights, like you said. He fought Ryan Garcia. I think that Brian Norman has to come out and fight his fight. He has to check his ego. In a sense, you cannot try to outbox Devin Haney. I see Devin Haney winning a decision because I believe the boxing establishment will be against Brian Norman.
Wow.
I can see him winning.
There's one thing I did leave out though.
Go ahead, sir.
And I just remember by when you was just saying that. When was the last time you seen Brian Norman fight a good 12-round fight?
Well,
Nothing.
If I
here's
was
the thing.
Devin Haney, if Devin Haney knows how it feels to fight after 6 and 8 rounds multiple times. I feel like that's when he's going to drown Brian Norman. That's when he's going to pick it up and his IQ is going to kick in and he's going to just start taking over and dominating.
Yeah, because he hasn't been past 10. He's only been to the 10th round, I think.
Exactly.
Maybe once.
Okay,
I think Quentin Randall was 10 rounds.
Let me ask you this: if the two fighters are stock, right? They're stock. You know, Amazon and Boeing. Whose stock is higher right now? Who has looked better the last 3 times out?
Brian.
Well, that's easy. I mean, obviously,
I mean, but then again,
Junior, right?
But
because
then again, name the last 3 guys he was out with.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Devin Haney. Last time he fought a guy to get his confidence back, right?
Yes.
Against Ramirez,
but mind
right?
you, Ramirez was an Olympian. People are forgetting that. Like, he was a guy who was, at one point, was super dominant. He was older now, though, obviously. But all of Devin Haney's, let's be honest, too.
So's my buddy Raul Marquez. But Raul Marquez is 50 years old. You know what I mean? He's an Olympian. He was an Olympian, too, right? It depends.
Yeah.
You know, Ramirez was a lot of miles. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. It was a perfect fight for him to get his confidence back. And he stunk out the joint. Now, New York City is known for foul odors. And they made it worse when they left that ring, okay, in Times Square. Why are you shaking your head? He fought like shit.
Yo, I heard somebody shit in the hand and threw it in the ring. That's what I heard.
Bro,
stop.
After the fight, you can see Devin Haney look at the bottom of his shoe. No, it was you that you didn't step in nothing. It just stunk. It was horrible. It was one of the worst shows in the history of New York State.
You know, it'd be fucked up if somebody really pins him actually looking at the bottom of his shoe. That'd be crazy, bro.
Bro, it was horrible, right? He looked horrible against a guy that he was.
You know what I love about this card, bro? There's so many good fights on this card.
Yeah.
But you know what fight excites me a lot more too? Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes.
Well, we're gonna get into that too. I just want to let Sock finish cooking on this one fight. Devin Haney. But
I'm rooting for Brian Norman, right? Because I think that, like I said, he's the B- side, you know, and I want him to come out hungry and to establish himself. We're gonna know who's gonna win this fight, I think, in the first 3 rounds.
I agree with you.
I completely agree.
It's either Devin Haney is gonna just outbox this guy and make Brian Norman look where at the level that he's supposed to look at, or Devin Haney's gonna get caught early and it looks like it's gonna be either a short night or a hard night for him. I agree with that.
I want to see Norman if the lights are too big for him. You know, I mean, Devin Haney has been in with former world champions, like you said, Lomachenko, Prograis. I mean, Ryan's not a world champion, but he's still a huge name. You know, he's seen the spotlight before. This is the first time the spotlight is going to be on Brian Norman.
How many people is going to be in attendance?
That's a great question.
I do not know because I mean, you know that
I fought in front of like 9,000 people when I went to it was the first world title event in Costa Rica on the zone. I fought. It was the main event, the co-main event, and me. I fought in front of 9,000 people. Yo, I swear, if you guys could just go like this with your hand, right, and cup your ear, it sounds like that in there when you're in the ring. It's fucking weird. Like if you do this, that's what it sounds like. It's like 1,000 people around you. You hear nobody, but you hear everybody.
Wow.
Now that crowd in Saudi is a different crowd.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that. I'm trying to compare because I'm like, yo, if Brian Norman never been in front of that many people, 9,000 people is a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if it's 15, 20, 30, 40, that's a lot of people, bro. And Devin Haney's been to have you. And that does make a big difference, bro.
Now,
it does make a difference, bro.
Now, what Turki Al-Sheikh likes to pride himself in, the ring size. Is it going to be a ring size for a boxer or for someone that's going to be a puncher? Now, Devin, I'm assuming he fought the same size ring when he fought Ramirez. But Ramirez is, like
me personally though.
Walking Dead.
You could put me in a square box, and I could box in that square box. So it's like if Devin Haney is a good boxer and has good footwork, it don't matter the size of the ring. It's how you use the ring. In all reality, we don't use a full square. We're supposed to be moving in a circle regardless. So if Devin Haney had good footwork, that should never be an issue. And I don't want to hear that big excuse about it being a small 18 by 18 or 24 by 24. It don't matter, bro.
Okay.
Size is a factor in the ring, but if you have great footwork and you're very dominant and your IQ is where it's supposed to be, that should never matter.
Do you think the extra pounds by Haney will help him in his punching power or his punch resistance?
His punching power. I feel like the
think
punches.
good
I
for
feel like that shit is very mental, bro.
Yarde. Okay.
Like I'm gonna explain to you why I say that too. Like I do research a lot, bro. I'm obsessed with boxing, bro. Right? And I feel like once a person decides in their brain, because the mind is the most powerful thing in this world, bro. I don't know if people understand. Like once you make yourself believe you could do something, you actually could. Besides, obviously, the non-fictional shit like flying. Like what the fuck you gonna do? Your butt cheeks gonna flap off a building? Like that's not how it works, bro. Like
Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
but but like honestly, I believe when Andre Ward fought, there was some dude when he was in the Super Six, right? I forget his name. Starts with a C, I think. He fought a dude anyways. The guy was a super. He said that was one of the hardest punches he knew he was gonna have to face, right?
It was either Froch or his first fight.
What was the guy's name?
The guy from Denmark, I think it was.
Dark skin dude. He was dark skin.
Kessler. Was it Kessler?
Michael Kessler.
He was dark skin.
Dark skin.
Yeah. It don't matter. Anyways. So long story short, he does an interview saying like, yo, he spoke to he was very nervous and anxious and he has all those butterflies in his stomach and those things plays a big part in fights, right? But I was about to say Andre Ward. His coach, Virgil Hunter, I met him recently. And this is a story that he told me himself. He said he went to Andre and told Andre, I need you to decide before you enter this ring that no matter what this man throws at you, you're going to be able to take those punches and walk through them and give him what you need to give him, and you will win. And the entire training camp, he prepared him mentally to be able to do that, because that's what Virgil Hunter is like an expert at as well, his mentality, right? He's able to bring you a fighter and a mentality out of you, and I feel like that's something that he installed in me within a little, that week that I was there, learning from him and the guys that was in the gym with Bawati and his other fighter, what's his name? The one that just won on Golden Boy recently. You know what I'm talking about. He was in Devin Haney's team too.
Bawati is one of his fighters, but
he was in Devin Haney's team too. Amari Jones.
Okay.
He installed and he told me that the mentality is really where it is. And then Andre Ward like jumped in and said what that actually did help him, because when he got in the ring, that man that he thought could punch hit him with his best shot and he walked through it. And from that moment forward, he believed that nobody could knock him out.
Was that Danny Green? Was it he from Oklahoma?
Next time I'm on the show, I'll tell you who it was.
Something Green from Oklahoma. Now I'm gonna look it up because it's
there's an interview out there.
Not Danny Green.
That's what I said.
There's an interview out there.
Because he said dark skin, Danny Green. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, no, it wasn't Danny Green. Hold on a second. Alan Green, who stepped in as a replacement.
Yeah.
For I want to say it was Glenn Johnson. He was not part of the original Super Six.
They put him in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he said Super Six.
No, I'm sorry, bullshit. It wasn't Glenn Johnson. He stepped in for this sucker from Flint, Michigan.
Darrell. There was, but I feel like mentality is a thing, and I feel like punch resistance has a lot to do with your mental.
And if
you go in there like, oh my God, I'm gonna get knocked out. This guy can punch. 9 times out of 10, you already psyched yourself out. Like, when this guy hits you, he's gonna punch like fucking Tank. But if I face the guys that go in there that can punch, and I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, bro, these guys not gonna hit me, or he's not gonna. I'm gonna be able to take a shot. I get in there, and he don't punch that hard, bro. It's all mental. So
could have been Saki
I feel like Devin Haney's mental. I feel like with the people around him and the people in his ear, I feel like he's good, bro.
It could have been Saki Obika too. That was another guy he fought, but he was. I don't think he was in the Super Six.
No, he wasn't in the Super Six.
You said it was some African.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Saki Obika he fought too. That was another guy he fought.
He fought Bika after the Super Six.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That fight with Bika was on HBO. I remember, and the whole.
I feel like that's something that honestly, that's crazy. I feel like that's something that Virgil Hunter did, like help me change, like when he told me that really did change me up here a lot. And if you guys saw my last fight, that's why I am very aggressive and how I am starting to perform now. Like this next fight, you guys gonna see something different. I promise.
Okay.
Since if you didn't see it in that video that I posted from that fight over there in Arizona, you will see this one coming up live in person if you're there in Atlantic City.
Okay. I still don't know if I'm going yet. I'm trying to make it out there.
You better get out there, bro. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad if you're not.
Okay. Atlantic City, December
Yo, I
6th.
already sold out
Ofacio.
too, bro. I'm letting you know I sold out, so I don't got nothing else.
Nice. Oh, you don't have no. Okay, so I would have
That's
to.
crazy. And I'm not even from Jersey, bro.
Yeah. Wow,
Crazy.
that's dope. I think we're in agreement. I think we all think Devin Haney wins unanimous decision.
Sock says Norman.
No, Sock picking.
Well,
He said he's
I'm rooting for Norman.
He
I'm
said
rooting
he's
for
rooting
Norman,
Norman.
but I believe that the boxing establishment is against him. I think Norman has to sell out early. I think he's got to be the
You guys wait. Can
aggressor.
I give you guys my parlay? If everybody wants to win, how many people? Yo, just tell everybody I'm about to give y'all a parlay right now. If y'all win,
Well, we're gonna
send
go
me
through each fight. I mean,
Let's go through
if
each
y'all
fight, and then
win,
you give the parlay.
I was about to say, just send me $1.
yeah. I also got Devin Haney winning unanimous. Another thing I want to add to it as far as the fight, there's a lot of emotion that the Normans are going in with this fight with Norman and obviously Norman Sr. They're upset with some of the things that were said. So, and I think that's going to go against them as well. You know, they're going to be fighting off emotion, and they're going to try to go in there thinking that they're going to knock this guy out because they're angry, upset, whatever the case may be. The disrespect with the bodyguard, where they ripped the shirt and they yoked them up or whatever. So I think they're fighting with a lot of emotion as well, and I think that's gonna be one of things that backfire on them, and that's another reason why I'm picking Devin Haney to win unanimous decision.
I agree. So
Now-
also, I just to piggyback off that real quick before we move on. I do believe that like energy is a thing in boxing. Like before fights, I like to just relax. I don't get off my feet. I just chill. I try to stay as calm as possible because you use energy like fighting bodyguards and arguing for no reason. Like that's a lot of energy you're using, and that translates into the ring. So, let's see. Devin Haney was doing a lot of talking.
Yeah. 903 Boxing says I think Norman's too focused on the KO. That's all they've been talking about. That they're gonna knock him.
All I'm saying is if you're just looking for a left hook, bro, Devin Haney knows about the left hook, bro. Like, trust me, he was in the ring with it. He's working on it.
Devin Haney come with his bodyguard fighting Ofacio. He's getting jumped.
Oh, yeah.
We don't play that shit.
For sure.
We don't play that shit.
Or he's gonna feel like he's getting jumped.
Don't play that shit.
Sock, you letting that rock? If they put their hands on Ofacio, what are you doing?
Who's paying me more? I don't know. I'm a sellout. Don't. Nah. Hey, you know what? I'm only 5'7", so I creep. You know what I mean? I keep that thing on me. You know, I'm not.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
All right. With that being said, let's go to this one. Abdullah Mason minus 350 versus Sam Noakes plus 260 for the WBO lightweight title. This is a big fight. I think this is a banger of a fight. Both guys undefeated. Both guys got knockout power. Ofacio, I'll leave with you. You're the veteran here. You're the most experienced guy here. You're the fighter. How do you got this fight looking?
I got Abdullah by stoppage from rounds 1 to 7.
Okay, well that's a big gap, but round one, you think you can stop it at round one?
Early though. I know it's gonna be early though.
You know it's gonna be early, and it's funny because the other guy that's supposed to be on this panel is picking Sam Noakes to win.
Yeah, who's the other guy?
I'm gonna see if he could come up now. Because
what's his name?
I'm not gonna say the name yet. I'm not gonna say the name yet. But you've seen him here on this panel before. Sock knows him. He's a former boxer.
He a boxer?
He's a former world champion.
Oh man, why is he choosing? He's a world champion. He chose Sam. I mean, all right. Let me tell you something about Sam Noakes though.
Okay.
Shakur sparred Sam.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He sparred Sam Noakes. He said that's one of the hardest punches in 135ers he ever sparred. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's good to know. I didn't know that. I didn't know he sparred.
If that's true, and don't quote me on that either. Maybe I know. I think I could have swore I seen a bunch of videos about. Yeah. He did spar him. No, quote me on that. Yes, he did spar him. He did.
Okay. Well, Sock was telling me about somebody that Sam Noakes spars with. That's pretty solid too. That I never heard of.
Who else?
You heard Sock?
I know that he's had this guy in camp, Royston Green. He's I think they call him Sugar Roy or something like that. He's a big prospect out of the UK, and physically he's very similar to Abdullah. He's left-handed. He's about close to 6 feet. I don't know. I mean, as Americans, we're kind of biased towards Abdullah? That's all we know.
I feel like their styles are that's a fire fight, bro. Abdullah comes, punches, fights in the pocket, has good defense on the inside. Doesn't like to box too much. He likes to exchange. So does Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes is just the type of fighter that doesn't have very good defense, doesn't have the best footwork. He's just trying to maul you. And I feel like that mauling is going to get you caught in between because Abdullah loves to catch and shoot. And I've seen Abdullah knock people out, catch and shooting. So I'm telling you, this fight's ending from rounds. On FanDuel, there's a bet, right?
Okay.
It's rounds 1 through 6 and it's rounds 7 through 12. You're winning if you choose one of those two. I just don't know which one. I'm going to go with 1 through 6 though.
You 1 through 6, you're saying that there's a possibility that he stops Snokes in the first round.
No, from the first to the 6th round.
Okay,
so he can stop
right.
me in any rounds from 1 through 6.
Okay.
And he's gonna stop Noakes. Noakes is gonna walk into some shit. I'm telling you, bro. Also,
I
Noakes
feel the same
don't
way.
get me wrong. I respect all the fighters around this world, right?
Yeah.
But like, they fight differently from us over here.
Yeah.
And a lot of Sam Noakes fights has been overseas. So let's see how he looks over here.
That's pretty interesting. And see that's a good intangible or a good to know about what Shakur said. Like Shakur sparred Sam Noakes. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And then for him to say that Sam Noakes is the hardest puncher he's sparred with. So that's
one of the hardest punchers. I mean,
that's good to know if you want the plus money,
my...
if you're looking for the underdog.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm sorry. The guy that was in this camp, I wrote it down. Royston Barry Smith. He's an undefeated prospect out of the UK. Listen, Abdullah Mason, we've seen him dropped. So. And like you said, Noakes is a big puncher. If Abdullah takes this guy lightly, let's see what happens. He's 21, right?
Sam Noakes is like a big puncher. Actually, I didn't really know nothing about him before we sparred, but when we got in there, I kind of like stayed there. I wanted to see like, okay, I'm like the type of person I like to test your power out, like see how strong you really are. So I kind of tested out and I stood there. Boom, and he hit me. I'm like, hey, this dude can crack. Like he can really punch. And it was good work though. Like I said.
So, but then again, Spawn's another thing too, because Shakur also told me that I could punch it. I don't hit like a 130. So he thought I fought at like 35. And actually, he called me crazy. He told me that don't be delusional, keep making 130, is what he told me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I swear. He said, if you need to move up, is what he told me. Because I told him I was going to try to make 26. He said, don't be delusional. If you can't do it, if 30 is hard, why would you go to 26? Which is why I decided not to go to 26. I can't do it, bro. Yeah.
You decided to what? Say it again? I'm sorry.
Not to go to 126.
Okay, so you're going to stay at 130. Super.
Yeah. So I was signed. I was signed by TKO, the boxing league.
Okay.
At 126. But I decided not to do it because I can't make 26.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to be doing TKO?
I'm not doing TKO.
Okay. But you got something in the works that you'll announce later on after your fight.
Yeah. Okay. I'm dealing with the turkey guy, though. So we good.
You did? Oh, that's good.
I can tell you that. Yeah.
You're dealing with, okay, that's what's up, man. That's great news, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
So now I'm beasting to find out what it is. That's awesome.
You're gonna bro. It's 2 weeks away, bro. You're gonna find out. 2 weeks.
That's what's up, man. Oh man, I'm happy, man. That's
I'll let you do the interview too, so you're the first guy that gets it too. I got you.
I appreciate
an exclusive.
It, that's what's up, man. I'll get that exclusive here. Hopefully, Sock can be on time.
I'm not gonna post a video until I do the interview with you. That way, you do the interview, you post the interview, and then I'll just post my video.
So now, that kind of entices me that I have to be there December 6th. So I get you after the fight.
You see?
They get the exclusive, man.
Boom.
Hey, I was the first person to do the interview while driving to the fight.
Yo, that's facts. That's true. That's true. We was going to Keith's fight. I remember that.
Yeah, we was going to Keith's fight.
We was going to Keith's fight. I remember that.
Wow.
So is Noakes a live underdog?
Yes. Yeah, and the line moved. I believe this line was high. I believe it was plus like 400.
I think that shit just moved when I played that video.
Yeah. I'm serious. The line, I think Noakes was like plus 400, like 4-1. So a lot of money's coming in on Noakes. That's what that means.
I mean, when you bet, you're looking for value, right?
But then again, you know what we're forgetting too? See, look, that's why I love boxing, bro, because now I'm contradicting myself. But Abdullah was dropped by that Dominican guy.
Yeah, from the Bronx.
Twice.
Three times.
Three times. Look at that.
Twice.
He finished
No,
him, but
I
that
thought it was
shows that he
3
had a
times.
flaw.
It
And
was
does
three.
he
It was
actually,
3 knockdowns in the first round. He dropped him twice, but Abdullah dropped him in the first round too.
does
And
he
the
Okay.
have a
second round,
chin?
Abdullah dropped him and finished him.
Does he actually have a chin? And if this guy touches him, what's going to happen? Which he will. This is going to be a firefight. I'm telling you. The only way this guy does not get touched is if he fights him in the pocket. I mean, is if he takes him out early.
Mhm.
Now, Tom had mentioned the reach advantage is extremely
What the
on
fuck?
Abdullah's
Oh yeah.
favor, right? 74-inch reach.
74
That
Yep.
inch
that that
on
that,
length.
that
That's
that's
insane.
like a welterweight.
Yeah.
You know, welterweight, junior middleweight. You know,
And
that's
Brian Norman is 72 inches arm length.
look at that. Yeah,
So,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
wow.
135,
know.
74.
Mhm.
That's a big advantage, man.
Now
Yeah, when you
Abdullah
put
doesn't
him on
necessarily
in
fight,
range and
but
like with the jab and like he's a
but
southpaw too.
That's a
he
very big
mixes it
advantage.
up though. He
Yeah, he
mixes
does.
it up. So
Yeah.
it's gonna
But to be
if
honest with you, Abdullah fights on the inside of anything, bro. Like a lot of his
exactly.
game is mid range or inside work. So I mean,
I
who
think
knows?
Noakes has a chance after the 7th round because
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's going that far because, bro, they're both fighters are gonna come right at each other, and they both could punch. Somebody's gonna run into something.
Yeah.
I just see it happening. We watched boxing too much to see this go 12 rounds. Somebody's getting stopped.
is that opening the show? The paper, the paper, not the pay
I
per
don't
view,
think
but
so.
the
There's no way it's opening the show.
No. I don't know if it's that one or the Bam fight. Those two, one of those two is obviously opening the four. Like there's other card like Vito's on the card and there's a couple other fighters
Oh
on the
yeah,
card.
you're right. Because this entire card is world title fights, right?
Yeah, it's like 7 fights.
Yes. So maybe he is. I would assume so because that's like none of them have a title and they're fighting for a title.
Vito Melanecki.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
fighting on the
Milnicki too.
card.
Yeah, he might be before him then. Yeah, that's crazy.
I keep-
Milnicki's on there too. Yo, shout out to him, bro.
There's
That's
8 fights on the card. So
Oh, what do you think about Milnicki?
Huh?
Well, damn, we're skipping fights. My fault. Forget it.
Yeah, there's 8 fights in the card, but obviously we're going to talk about the 4. But Vito fights this guy called Samuel Namoa, who's been talking a lot too. He's an undefeated fighter. I believe he's from Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. Yeah, he's from Nigeria. He's actually lives in Italy right now. So interesting fight. The guy's undefeated. Vito's 21-1. And I like Vito. Vito can box, that's interesting. And then other fighters, it's more like prospects. Muhammad Alakil, I don't know who that is. Julio Barras Ruiz, and then you got this guy, one of those, Sultan Al Mohammed. So, yeah.
I don't know none of those guys.
Yeah, I never.
I'm going
on
with
the
that
on
guy.
the turkey card.
Only on the turkey card, right?
I'm going with that guy.
There's going, there's going to be some ox in there. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, he's trying to expand the brand. Yeah. I mean, look, the guy he's fighting is undefeated. Is an African cat, Samuel Namoa from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Not known for punching power. I think it's like 5 knockouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Bro, but
Nigeria is the capital of the scammers. So this guy may be a false 20. I mean, at 21-0, take it with a grain of salt.
Bro, I just saw that guy he's fighting the other day, bro.
Yo, Sock, man, you ain't shit.
And Canal Street.
His box rec says spam call. Huh?
I saw him on Canal Street on 42nd Street.
Yeah, that was him.
Let's move on. I think this guy's gonna come sooner. When he comes back, we'll go back to the Mason fight. This is the biggest line of the night. As far as the odds, he's the biggest favorite is Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, taking on Fernando Puma Martinez. Jesse Bam Bam is minus 1100 against. Say that again.
He's stopping this dude, bro. That's easy money.
But do you think this is a
Puma's
fight?
tough.
Do you think this guy's got
Puma's tough. Puma's tough.
Man.
He's a tough fucker.
Right at Bam, and Bam's gonna hit ankles on him and beat him up.
So if you had to make a prediction in this fight, what is it?
Knockout. Bam.
By what round?
I'm gonna go late. I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Okay.
But I see it being like a body shot or something.
I see Bam coming off the deck from this fight. I think they both hit the deck.
Yeah.
Bam?
I mean, Bam Bam's been dropped before. So this guy
he's
good. He can fight, man. I think he's gonna get a little dirty too.
He is tough.
These guys from Argentina, they know pushovers.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying he's a pushover. That's why it says he's gonna go some rounds. I just believe that the dude's a clown, bro. Like all these things he was doing at the weigh-in, and then I watched him fight, and you're not as good as what you're like stylistically. He's a tough guy, though.
Yeah.
See, I'm talking about skills now. If we're just talking about like tough, like he's definitely tough.
Yeah.
I feel like
he's
his toughness, and he only comes forward. His toughness is gonna get him beat up.
Yeah.
Bam is not an easy guy to get hit, bro.
Yeah.
He's not.
I think Bam's gonna bust him up, but he's not a big puncher.
Remember, I called it. If it happens, I called it. Bam's gonna hit him with a body shot and stop him.
You say so? Bam with a body shot.
Bam with a body shot.
Okay, you heard it here first from the sniper. Sock, what do you think?
Yeah.
You think also easy work?
UD.
I think Puma is not a pussy. He fought two good fights against Joan Ancajas, who's a tough Filipino. But I think Bam is another level, man. I think Bam is in that top 10. Is that 15?
Say it again.
Is that 115? No?
Yeah, super flyweight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's killing this dude, bro. He's killing this dude. Hell no. This guy's been going up and down and just knocking people out in all weights, bro. This is easy money. Easy money.
Yeah, 903 feels the same way as you guys. He thinks Bam Bam's gonna flush him. I think so too. I just think that it's going to be tough early.
That was crazy.
I feel like you might see two knockdowns. One guy, each guy will score a knockdown, and eventually, Bam Bam will get him out of there. That's what I think. Shout out to my man.
He's old too.
Dan is coming on the panel until we get our other host, our other guy in here. Marky Dan, how you doing, bro? This guy's having phone trouble. But I like Bam. I like Bam Bam as well in this fight.
So right now I
think we're all in agreement.
Devin Haney, money.
You got Devin Haney, UD.
I got Abdullah knockout 1 through 6. I got Bam by stoppage.
Okay.
Later,
we'll get to the next one. We'll get to the next one after. All right. Okay. Marky Dan, you there before we can continue? I think
when you guys bring up the Benavidez fight, we might argue what I'm gonna say. I believe it.
Marky Dan, you there now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up?
Go ahead, man. We're just breaking down these fights real quick. So you missed 3 of them. We'll go on to one we just finished up with. Bam Rodriguez against Puma Martinez. Hold on one second. These are the odds. The odds are on the screen right here. Jesse Bam Rodriguez against Fernando Puma Martinez. Who do you like and why?
Well, I haven't really seen Martinez fight. I've obviously seen Bam fight. Hell of a fighter, like Floyd Mayweather used to like to say. Hell of a fighter. Puts guys to bed, stop guys with body shots. Love his footwork, his combinations. Just looking at the odds for this fight, it's pretty hard for me to even like suggest that Puma would win this fight. Like watching boxing odds over the years, if they go over that plus 200, man, he's not winning. If Puma was to win this, just looking at it, if Puma was to win this fight, this would be one of the biggest upsets in years. So I got Bam winning.
What if I told you guys? I don't know if you know this. And this is, and I'm going to tell you, it really happened. That Bam Rodriguez just got there, maybe I think a few days ago. He didn't really get accustomed to the climbing.
I hear he's not the only one though.
Yeah,
I hear that Dev did that.
The last one to arrive.
No, I heard Dev was there for weeks way before.
Yeah, Dev was one of the first ones there.
Oh, okay. I thought I read he was in Las Vegas.
I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Brian Norman got there. But I believe Bam Bam just got there. I want to say late last week. So like maybe last Friday or something like that.
He's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So what if I told you that? Does that change any of you guys' minds?
Wait, he got there last Friday?
I believe he got there around that time. I gotta look it up. I believe,
they fighting
the last ones to get there.
But they fighting in the daytime over there, Tommy. So I don't know. I'm not gonna. Huh?
They're fighting late.
They're not fighting 9:44 Eastern time.
That's Eastern time. Over there is so they're like 9 hours ahead, bro. So if they're
That's what I'm
fighting,
saying. So that's like 9 hours ahead of that. That's early morning times. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
I
but you also
that
got to. Well, you know what else we forgetting too? That Bam used to, bro. He was on the national team, bro. He's been all over
mhm.
the world. He's traveled enough. I feel like he's used to that, bro.
okay,
So
It's a 19-hour flight. I just looked it up from San Antonio.
I feel like he's flown enough to say like,
I
yo,
think I think that jet lag stuff. I think after it, just in my experience, after 2 days, it clears up. Because
Yeah,
I've been to England, I've been to Italy, I've flown on a bunch of different red eyes. So like 2 days at most. I don't think it's going to affect him too much.
Oh, you
yeah.
took a plane? I thought you took a boat.
I mean, you're a
oh shit!
racist. You're a racist, so of course
That's
you'd say that.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
of course you'd say a
Wow.
black man took a boat across the Atlantic.
That is
We know what you're
crazy,
saying.
bro.
Yeah, we know
No,
what you're
because
Wow.
saying, Tommy
he's an
boy.
island boy, so that's why it had nothing to do with that idiot.
Shoot,
You a
your
tether?
abuela was an island lady. The hell are
You a
you talking
tether?
about?
I'm disappointed in you.
Yo, come on, man. We always got jokes here, man. Stop
He
it.
said a boat.
Sock is the most disrespectful person on this channel, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up, Sock. He threw it on you now. Nah, man.
Sock is, you
Cause
know what?
ain't nobody gonna punch me
Nah,
in
he
my
is
face
though.
over the
Sock is
phone.
wild. Nah, Sock is wild. Sock is crazy.
Ain't nobody gonna punch me in my face over the phone.
Jesus Christ.
I talk my shit.
Yo, if you
Yeah,
ever get a
Tommy
chance to
learned
go
that.
Sock,
Tommy
like,
learned that joke from them Italians he get them sandwiches from. Those little chopped cheese guy.
Oh shit.
Does Sock ever get to hold like the bag for you or anything while in the gym? Because do you ever, if he does, do you ever think about giving him a body shot?
Sometimes.
Hit him, man. That'll be good.
I'll
Let's
be
go
trying
to
to
the
get
Yeah,
main
Sock to
event of
work
this
out.
that'd
I'm like,
be
fight.
yo,
great
Sock, what's up,
content.
Sock? Like, I'll be trying to get Sock to work out. Like, yo, Sock, what's up, man? Like, I'll give you props.
You want to see me like your man Deontay knocked out that mascot?
That was fucked up.
It was great. on
Yo,
uh-huh.
that goes to show you what you do in camp matters, bro. This motherfucker was doing 360s. Ends up getting hit doing a 360, bro. That's crazy, bro. You
Who
can't
are you
make that
talking
shit
about?
up. Deontay Wilder.
What are
Yo,
you
bro,
talking?
I'm so pissed off about that shit, bro.
But what are you talking about? Like,
The guy, so in training camp, he's playing around doing 360s with the head movement shit, right? The motherfucker tries to move his head in the fight, gets hit, does a 360 mid fight, and gets knocked out. What an idiot,
against
bro.
Zhang. Okay. Oh, okay.
Bro, that shit
Sock,
pissed me off,
you ain't
bro.
shit, Sock.
That shit pissed me
You ain't
off,
shit.
bro.
How are you
Yeah,
talking about?
Wilder got put to bed. Wilder got put to
That was
bed.
crazy, bro. That was
You ain't
crazy,
shit,
bro.
Sock.
Oh man,
So,
nah.
Sock, was it you? Was it you that
Hmm.
sent me the meme, bro? You ever seen Mario the sound of wow when he falls down?
What do you mean, me? I didn't do
Who?
that.
No, I think
I
Sock
never
sent
seen
me
that
that
shit.
meme, bro. It was
Which
Sock
one?
that sent me it, bro. I know it was. You ever heard the when Mario dies, like the sound he
Oh
makes?
shit.
So they showed Wilder doing the 360 and him just floating away. That shit was crazy.
Nah, it wasn't me.
Nah, I
That's so
seen the
I'm.
crazy.
one where they showed Wilder doing the handsome Squidward. That was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy,
You
bro.
see, that's what I'm saying. See, you guys are more disrespectful, man. I be joking around, but you
He
guys,
got put. I mean, he
be out
got
of
put
pocket.
down, Tommy. He
You
got
guys
put
be out of
down.
pocket,
No,
man.
I think it's just I
Like,
think it's more so fucked up because of the way he fucking was doing that in training camp.
yeah,
That's what I was about to say.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
That
one of
man
the
practiced
funniest.
to do a spin in the ring, and then he did a spin in the ring.
listen, bro,
Hey,
listen, you
boy.
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do backflips when I train. That way when somebody throws a punch, I do a backflip. That's what I'm gonna do.
What's the name of that? What's the name of Wilder's trainer? The guy that took a dive for him. What's his name?
I don't
Allegedly,
know,
excuse
man.
Malik
me.
Scott.
Malik Scott. Yeah, bro. That man, Malik Scott. He shortened Wilder's career by at least 2 years. Unbelievable.
But I'm gonna be honest with you,
To this
Wilder can enter the
day,
ring right now and get paid
that was
30,
a
40 million.
dive.
Now.
To this day, to this
Who
day,
I'm
I
not
won?
think
gonna lie
that's
to
a
you.
lot.
I would pay to see Wilder do another 360.
Unbelievable. You
Hey,
guys
well,
are
If
they
he
trying to
tells
get
me,
Wilder back in
if
that
Wilder,
ring.
if Wilder tells me right now, he goes on TV like, yo, I'm fighting who I don't give me a name, a heavyweight.
Jake
Andy
Paul.
Ruiz. I'm fighting Andy.
Jake
Don't even talk
Paul.
about Jake Paul.
They should have. I would have picked Jake Paul against him.
Big baby,
All right,
big
I'm
baby
fighting
Jared
Jake Paul.
Anderson.
Come watch me do this 360. I'm tuning in.
That's wild.
Yo, bro, did you see the face-off, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
That was crazy, bro.
Anthony
it looked
Joshua.
funny, man. It just looked funny.
Yo, you know what's crazy? If you watch the face-off too, he was looking at his nipples. He didn't even look at his face.
Yeah, he did. It just looked funny, man.
He was
I don't even
staring
know
at
what to
one
expect
nipple.
from
Like
this.
he was just staring
I
at
mean,
one nipple.
Joshua's got to get him out of there in like 2 rounds. I don't know what else to expect.
I don't think. I feel like
I'm gonna
it's in
be
the
very
contract.
honest.
I feel like it's in the contract. It's gonna go 12 rounds, and
Well,
don't be
8
surprised. Don't be surprised if Jake Paul wins, bro.
I'm gonna be very honest,
Not
Chop
because
Cheese
he's better
Tommy.
than him, but because if he beats him,
I'm gonna be very honest. I think if Jake Paul goes in, has a great camp, fine tunes some things in camp, you know what I'm saying? I think if he comes in really prepared, I think he can make it to the second round.
Maybe he get jumped by.
That.
Yo, he got
maybe.
Bro. I thought he was about to say. I think he could beat him.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell
Like
no.
he's living up good. I was shaking my head. Like,
hell no.
That was good. That was good.
Man, Joshua's gonna put this guy straight to sleep.
Listen, man.
Well, you gotta figure his brother is cool with like, you know, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Maybe they jump in the ring, and maybe he got a shot. You know,
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Brock Lesnar. He's cool with Brock Lesnar.
I don't see this, bro. That fight's
Man,
gonna
that
be
should be
either
crazy. Brock Lesnar
really
just
bad.
dive in and grab Anthony Joshua by the ankles underneath the rope.
Yo, guys, I
Hey,
want to bring something to your attention, right? Check this out.
Go ahead.
The other day I was in the gym. We was talking about this. I had a whole argument with everybody at the gym, bro. Because for some reason kids think Jake Paul's nice, but whatever. Let's skip that. I think Jake Paul got 1,000 times better since the first day he boxed, though. Like there was a lot of progression with him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So is he considered an actual boxer? Yes, you have to respect him as a boxer. Do I think he's gonna beat Anthony Joshua on that level? I don't know. You don't have to prove that to me, bro. But anyways, let's skip this. So Jake Paul, everybody Jake Paul recently fought has vanished. You have not seen him on an interview or nothing. When he fought Mike Tyson, he was on interviews every week, every other week. Before that, where's Mike Tyson now? Tyrone Woodley, everybody that he's fought, he was on interviews before that.
He's on the undercard.
Yeah, he's fighting Anderson Silva.
He's on the undercard.
You lying?
I swear to God, he's fighting Silva on the undercard.
Who?
Yeah.
Wardley.
Shout out to Tyrone, the Black Beast Woodley.
I
Shout out to
personally
Tyrone
think,
Woodley.
I think Jake Paul paid these guys to like shut up. I do think that there's something in his contract so Jake Paul don't get hurt. I don't think he's that crazy, bro.
Now, if you want to talk about something crazy, what about everything that happens after you fight Jake Paul? Maybe Nate Robinson has kidney failure. What's his name? Aspirin. What was it? Aspirin.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Chavez gets picked up by ICE.
That's it.
Damn, bro.
That's 3. What you want more, nigga? That's
Jake
3.
Paul.
He got like 8 fights on
17 records. That shit crazy.
Jake Paul's the feds.
Sack is crazy, bro.
Yeah, look. Why are we talking about Jake Paul?
I don't know who brought it up. I have no idea.
I brought him up. This idiot.
Benavidez minus 900 versus Anthony Yarde plus 550.
Benavidez by stoppage.
By late stoppage, early stoppage. What we
late
doing?
stoppage for sure. You got to respect Yarde. Yarde is not.
Does Yarde have a shot?
No.
No shot.
No shot.
Two chances. Slim and none.
He's old, slow. Benavidez throws too much punches, high output. No, I see him the complete shutout. Also,
see, talking shit. That's what happens. Toma, ahí, coño. I was gonna ask him, but I was gonna say so. Then, okay.
Flash knockdown.
Yeah. Flash knockdown.
Hold on, wait. Something happened. I can't hear you.
Did you get a phone call or something?
So I'm back out and come back.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let's go. By the way, it was Ishe Smith that said that that Mason was going to lose. Waiting for him to come up. I don't know what's. He said in a few. I don't know what's going on with him.
That'd be great for the internet.
Because you're just a certified
hater.
Yeah,
I'm a hater, which is different than a player hater.
No, yeah, you already explained.
You're a Dominican.
I'm actually an American, sir. If you want to look at my blue, my passport is very blue.
Oh my God!
I was born in this country.
Speaking of Dominican, Sock, how do you feel about Well, okay, we'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm back.
There you go. So okay. So with that being said, Ofacio, before I go on to the next two guys, with that being said, you said easy work by Benavidez. But what if Yarde does what he did to Kovalev and stuns Benavidez, or what he did to Benavidez?
What year was that again? Hold on, let me see what year that was, bro. Hold on, give me a second. I don't remember, bro. I gotta go back like.
What about Benavidez?
You got to check the VCR, right? That's how long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. The Benavidez fight was only a couple years ago.
That was on black. That was in black and white.
Jesus.
You know what? We can give him a chance. Look. I tell you what. If Benavidez don't go in there and throw the amount of punches that he normally does and has a bad night, then yes, absolutely, he has a chance. But bro, everybody he stepped up against, he's been stopped by.
No, you're right. And he's got stopped by.
He's stepping up against another guy who I personally think is like relentless, bro. And he's on a terror right now that he's like, yo, I feel like my last outing, I didn't prove to you guys that I was here in this weight class to stay. So this time I'm going to, and I feel like Anthony Yarde is going to be the perfect example.
No, I get that. I think the problem with Yarde is what's always been his problem is his gas tank. Yeah. He pretty much tires out second half of fights.
Because of all those muscles, and he be trying to swing hard all damn day.
Yeah.
People don't realize most of those translate to boxing or to punching power, bro. Like,
but what if he changes things up? What if he throws more punches and throw more combinations?
He's gonna get tired even more.
Tired quicker.
But I'm saying, but what if he lands something and lands a nice combination? Like Benavidez has been hurt before and he's been dropped.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when he got dropped by the Armenian dude,
it was David Morrell.
No, he got dropped before that.
No, way back. The Armenian guy.
He's talking about Floyd's fighter.
The Armenian guy. He's in New York right now. Matter of fact, he's been sparring Maelo.
Really? Okay.
Fuck, what's his motherfucker's name? But it was more like his feet. Like his feet. Yeah, like Benavidez is like he doesn't have the best footwork, which is why
or something.
He's Armenian, I think. Whatever. Like that's why I always felt like if Canelo wasn't such a pussy, he would have had a shot 3 years ago against Benavidez.
Technically we are what
there you
we eat,
go.
Right?
Ronald Gavril. Yeah.
Right. I think
technically we are what we eat, right? So that's why if Canelo's a pussy, then
you guys are clowning too much.
I'm just saying, bro.
Jeez.
Yo, you guys are wild, man. I got
you got a beard on yourself, Ofacio. Respect
him to give his analysis.
Listen, man. Sock don't got a beard, bro. He's married.
I don't.
Yeah, he's a different human being, man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys
look again. Look, see me? It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I think
that's how I make weight. I'm telling y'all, bro.
As long as you don't swallow, you don't get calories.
Exactly.
Oh, geez.
Yo, actually, you know what I do? To lose water weight, I take a spit cup. A spit cup.
Fucking guy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I met a kid the other day. We was talking about that, about spitting in the bottle. Yo, I've never done that shit to make weight, bro. That is so nasty.
It's crazy.
You know what they used to do back then? From what I heard, obviously I wasn't there. They said they used to. I don't know if it was Roberto Duran or somebody used to pee and drunk it. Who was it? Marquez?
No.
Oh, that's crazy,
Marquez did that.
Marquez
is a dumbass, bro.
Wait.
You don't remember that, Marky Dan? You must be.
What fight was that?
That was on the 24/7.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Floyd Mayweather fight.
I'm gonna drink my piss because it's gonna give me and rehydrate me.
But like, why?
So you might as well eat your shit for nutrients then.
But I don't understand. But wait, hold on. But wait, Marquez was a little dude moving up to 47. Like, what weight did he have to really drop? I
No,
don't
he said that he
understand.
can keep his strength if he pees and drinks
Yeah,
his.
he said he was getting extra nutrients and vitamins
Man,
from
that's
drinking
some
his urine.
Mexican bush science. That's
Yeah,
some
that was
Mexican bush science. Ain't no way.
Shit, if he would have drunk my piss, forget about it. He would have beaten it with me.
Until he
Whoa,
started take
whoa, whoa.
until
No
he take
Diddy.
Pause. No Diddy.
until he started taking those vitamins that Memo Heredia gave him. Then fuck all that pee shit.
It
Yeah, you
wasn't
saw what?
proven
Yeah,
though,
y'all saw
Sock.
what
It
Tank
wasn't
said.
Huh?
proven.
It
Y'all
wasn't
saw what?
proven at all.
Y'all saw
Not
what Tank said
proven.
about that snack dude when he died.
Yeah, that
Who?
was crazy. What
That was
Tank said?
fucked up. He said it's a
Yeah,
great day in boxing today.
yeah. What
Yeah,
Tank?
Oh, damn. Who
that's
said
That was
that, man? Come
Tank.
on.
Tank is school on Saturday.
No
okay.
class.
No
Nah, yeah,
class.
that's just completely classless.
That
Yeah.
was fucked up, bro.
And nah, I ain't gonna say that, but that's just a classist thing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr.
That
Check
guy's
this
Conte.
so
out,
fucked up.
guys. Speaking of Dominicans with Sock Dominican, what do you guys feel about
Sometimes.
about the news that came out with Sabriel Matias?
Bro, I knew he was on steroids, bro. I never seen a guy walk forward and take that many punches in his life.
Wow, so you always thought he was on steroids.
Nah, I lied, but I definitely thought. Nah,
We just riding
honestly,
the wave.
bro. Again, orthostrene is not steroids, bro. It just strengthens your bones. That's for old people. People are not realizing this. Like when that first came out about Ryan Garcia, I did research. I just don't believe what people tell me. Like you can't come and tell me Sock is gay. Like I believe that, but like I don't. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh
like,
wow.
you know what
I
I'm
see
saying?
why they
Like,
call you the sniper. Jeez.
feel me? Yo, but nah. All jokes aside, right? You can't just come tell me like, yo, this guy's cheating, and I got to see it for myself. So I did research on that, and bro, that's just for like, that's something that's taken by old people when their bones are deteriorating, just to keep it strong and together. You know what I'm saying? So how is that benefiting you in boxing, bro?
I don't
But
know, but it's
it's
an illegal
it's increasing the old people's
supplement.
bone. Oh damn.
No, I'm just saying it's an illegal supplement, bro. If it's on the list, if it's illegal,
No,
it's
I agree
illegal.
with that. It is
So then,
illegal, but bro, to
but then,
call it
and then the second part of
steroids,
that,
to call
Ofaso,
it
the second part of
steroids.
that is why is it in your system? Why are you taking
I
it?
agree. I agree. Maybe it's in something that you're putting in your body. Let me guess, like Canelo said, it was the soup or the fucking meat they be
It
eating.
was the
Pause.
meat. Yeah.
The
Pause.
meat.
Yeah, the Mexicans always be eating some weird shit. Yeah, we know that.
The
Motherfucker,
interesting part about this that I found, and I guess more
eating a
stuff will
bat.
come out, is that he's doing VADA testing, which is random drug testing. I don't know if he did it in the previous fight with the Puello fight, but the interesting thing is that, and here goes the man I've been waiting for. The interesting part of that is that this was the second test. The first test he tested clean, nothing happened, right? Press conference happened, and it was the second test that came up positive for Osterin, which is like less than 1%. That to me, I find a little bit interesting. Like, the first, what did you do? Why take it now? Like the fight is
You know what's
months
crazy?
away.
Now that he did test positive, they're gonna trace this back, and if he has been positive for a while, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ishay, what's good, man? We've been
Is
waiting
that
for you, man.
What's
that ain't
up,
Karl
man?
Malone? That ain't Karl
Man,
Malone.
You
you
called him Karl
already at the
Malone?
Yeah, we
you
had
You,
this
already
you,
at the
debate
you said
already.
you
fights,
said you
man.
said you said the mailman is coming, man. I think you said Karl Malone.
Man, you already at the fights, man.
give
I
respect
am.
to
I'm
that.
ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go.
You already in the ring, man.
I'm already putting in my bets. I'm in the fights. I'm ready to give some instructions because I heard somebody. It's just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that somebody said that Abdullah Mason was going to lose. So I was just, I was there to try to give him the heads up and tell Mason like, yo, you
And
about to lose. So I mean, have you ever
I'm
heard of
not
anything
too
so crazy?
man, when you're a little chinny, man, and you fighting a puncher, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the other kid.
So,
I'm
so
leaning
you like
towards the
Sam
other
Lowe?
kid, man.
Nah, he is chinny though. I did say that he got dropped by the Dominican. What was it, twice or three times again?
Twice.
Yeah, bro.
But that's only the
If
only
this guy,
fight.
what if this guy drops him, he's gonna finish him, bro. This dude can punch.
I really didn't watch Sam Noakes fight. That's probably what it is too. I have never like sat down and watched Sam Noakes. I know he comes. I've seen clips of him, and I listened to
So
Shakur
let me
talk about him. But
let me put this on the screen real quick because I know how you roll, Ishay, and I know you like them odds, but do you still like Sam Noakes? The odds changed. It was like plus 400.
Yeah, but you know why they changed, right?
Because a lot of people are taking Noakes now.
Exactly. So I told you earlier when I was texting you before you told me you was going on. I said I don't think Mason's gonna. I think the other kid's gonna win, man. He's older. Mason's kind of. He's built kind of like a. He still ain't found his man. He's built like a kid still, and he's good. But I just with that chin and him going up against a full grown man that got his man strength, I just don't know, man. And I'm an odds guy. I gotta take the odds, man. The odds on that dog, that's a live dog right there. You gotta remember, there's no home field advantage in none of these fights.
That's
True.
right.
There's no like back in the day, we know when Floyd fought in Vegas, it was gonna be hard to get a decision. You knew when De La Hoya fought here during his rise, it was gonna be very hard. But man, these fights are total neutral, bro. These mega fights are just on neutral ground. So I don't know, man. It seems like it's a bad matchup. I mean, you got a guy that can punch. He's older and he got some rounds, some durability on him. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I watched a little bit of Sam Noakes. I don't think he got it to beat Abdullah. He could definitely punch. He definitely heavy handed. I see he's a front foot fighter, really aggressive. But a lot of the guys he been fighting, they don't have the skill set of Abdullah. They're not as long as him. I don't think they punch as hard as him. I don't think they got the punch selection Abdullah could go to. But you're right. I mean, he did get dropped by that dude, by that dude with the shag on the back of his head. I didn't expect that to happen. So I don't know what could happen, but I see Abdullah. I would be shocked if Sam Noakes beat Abdullah Mason.
I would too.
I
You
would be
shouldn't be
shocked.
shocked with those odds, though. You really shouldn't.
What's the final? What's
Those
the odds
odds
right
are
now? What's the
fairly
present odds,
even.
Tommy? What's the present odds?
The present odds they dropped. It was like plus 400, but now it's moved. So now it's plus 260 for Noakes. That's
Oh,
almost 2.5 to 1, but it was higher. So it dropped
no,
because
somebody knows something. That's the bookies.
Well, earlier, I mean, the one thing, the experience factor, Abdullah has not been past 6 rounds.
I'll
You
tell you
know,
what, Sam Noakes is very explosive, bro. I'm watching him right now. He is super explosive, though. Tell you that much.
yeah.
yeah, but is he
And
gonna I mean, is he gonna let him be explosive? I think he's tailor made. I
But
mean,
then again, a lot of these guys that he's fighting over there are from like a whole nother, like this guy right here is Indian. I don't know where he's from, but they don't look like how we look in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? I have Sam Noakes ever fought over here?
no.
Also, then there you go. That's another thing too. So let's see how he performs against Abdullah then, because it's a test for both of them. Then, if anything,
Yeah.
Yeah, they both pretty unproven.
Shakur did say, like I said, like I pulled up the video earlier, that Sam Noakes was super strong, bro, and that's coming from a guy who's been in there with a lot of guys, bro.
But you guys talk about this guy, like who he's fought, right?
Yeah,
Who is Abdullah really fought? I'm looking at his thing.
not that.
Who is he really fought that makes you say that he's just 100% got the better opposition? I
Well,
don't
I
see
mean,
it.
I agree with him.
he's been in with guys that's been in there with guys. So like his last fight, he fought a guy. Now I know he may not be as good, but he's been in the ring with Shakur and Murataya, right? So he's
Yeah,
been
but
in the
Spawn
ring
is
with some
different
guys,
though.
and he's been
and got
way more
stopped.
active. He's fought like 4 or 5 times a year. This other
But
guy's fought
more,
maybe like twice a year. He's been fighting since 2019, and he has 2 less fights than Abdullah Mason has.
Let me say that I do agree with the champ. This is both, and what Ofacio said. This is the two of their best fights. And Abdullah, he hasn't really fought anybody with relevance yet. Sam Noakes, you could kind of say that because he's a mandatory and he's somebody who could really punch hard. It'll be an interesting fight, man.
It's
Or not
interesting,
even
I'm gonna
man.
that.
tell you
I
something
just see
though.
Abdullah
I,
steamrolling this guy.
I'm
what
gonna
I
tell you
will
I'd
something
be
say
though.
really
is
shocked, bro. I'd be
I've
what I
really
watched
will
him
shocked
say,
if Sam
fight.
Noakes go in there and
Jeremiah,
Hold on.
German
But you
Nakavita
know,
Wait, wait, wait.
is a bigger
you know
name
what
than
though?
everybody knows.
You
Nah,
know
but
what?
Nakatila was
Guys,
past that at
guys,
that
one,
point.
one at a time, guys. One at
My
a
bad,
time.
my bad. Go ahead.
When you know when you open up and you try to get guys out of there, and you thinking about all offense and not defense, you leave yourself open to get caught. The worst thing you can do that with is with the puncher. And that's kind of why he got dropped early with the other guy. So when you all offense and you thinking nothing about defense and you just strictly thinking about scoring, it's like you're not getting back on defense playing basketball. It's the same thing. So when he's opening up like that, he leaves himself open to get clipped. And I just don't know with this guy's power, if he gets dropped, if he's gonna be able to come back and finish him off, man. So I don't know, dog. I don't think his experience far as the other guy's been 80 rounds. He's only been 59. And I don't think he has the opponents where you could just say it's not like he's fighting Shakur or Devin Haney. He's fighting. I don't think Mason's his opponents are much better than Sam's. I really don't.
I
I
agree.
think it's a 50-50 fight with the live
But
dog who can punch.
but
And
but
those are always dangerous fights if you're a little chinny.
but we could
I'm watching Sam Nose fight now, and if you watch his highlights, bro, a lot of his knockouts wasn't like round 1 and 2. He starts super quick, bro. Like the first 30 seconds, he's on your ass. So
And he's a
and Abdullah likes to
go
stand
ahead.
there and like catch and shoot with you. He likes to trade with people, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it with this guy.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's a live underdog, man. I did some research and I think he's a live under. I just don't think with that chin, and I just don't know, man. And it seems like he's still a kid. If I look at him, he doesn't look like like he looks like a kid still in the amateurs, like he's just turning pro. He hasn't filled out yet.
I agree.
So
He's pretty
I
young.
don't
He
know,
does look like
man.
that, though. Yes, I
He
agree.
kind of has like that sunken chest. I agree with you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If you look at him, it looks like a kid that just turned professional that just really hasn't really. So you look at Devin Haney, and he looks like a pro. He don't look like the Haney when he first turned pro. He looks legit like he's filled out at this weight. You look at Mason, he still looks like a kid, man, like a kid that's like 17, 18 years old who's just making his pro debut. And I just don't know if he's ready for a guy that can punch like that. That's 28 years old, man. That's tough, man. That's tough. But he's a live dog. That's why that money been pouring in on him. Because I think I got it at plus 400. And yeah, that money's been pouring in on him, man, because something's there.
Okay. Real quick, D Free, welcome to the panel. D Free, what you got on this?
I hear what everybody is saying. But the one thing that I think a lot of people is not taking accountable for is, he did get dropped with that guy. He came back, he stopped him in the second round. But then you look at the next fight, he didn't make those same mistakes. I think that fight where he got dropped, he was rushing to get the knockout. He was rushing to get a knockout. And I think when you go look and when he fought Nakafila, he didn't make those same mistakes. He let the knockout come to him. Nakafil was a live dog in that fight as well. A lot of people say that was his biggest test. He's a big puncher. He was in there with Shakur, and that was the first time that Shakur actually got booed, and Shakur had to come back and apologize for his performance because Shakur wasn't trying to deal with Nakafil's power, and we saw what Mason did with him. Mason was patient, and he let the knockout come to him. So yeah, I hear what everybody's saying that he still kind of might have amateur, but I think he's growing, and he didn't make that same mistake in his next fight. He didn't rush the knockout. He sat there and be patient and let it come. And once he realized that his opponent was hurt, that's when he stepped on the gas.
Okay. All right. Well,
this guy Nakatilia had been stopped before, right? He had lost to Muratalla back-to-back knockout. So it was a different version than what Shakur fought.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, it was a different version. but it's still a puncher. It's still a puncher. He ain't coming
Yeah.
there and shy away from a Dula Mason.
How to sign into YouTube TV
My bad.
on any device. 2025
So
update.
The hell
D3,
is that,
before we
man?
move on, who you got in the fight?
Which one? The Mason fight?
Mason. Yeah.
I got Mason in 7.
Okay. BVO, I mean, E-Shade, BVO says that Jake Paul's going to beat AJ in 5. Let's go to the main event.
No, did you see? Wait.
Your man Jay Leon Love got him is doing good work. Huh?
Did you see how shook he looked at the press conference though?
He did. He looked very awkward.
Bro, this guy was
dog,
looking at his
very, very, very shook. Like he was looking like when you look at his face, it was looking like, what the fuck did I just sign up for? That's what his face looked like. So I don't know. And you just see Joshua's mannerisms like up there. He was like, I'm about to get paid for whooping this dude. Like he was up there like easy money. So I don't see it, man. I really got him going to sleep, dog. Like straight sleep.
Yo,
Jake is catching COVID. Jake is catching COVID.
Yo, BVO says, Ishe, you are rough. He looks scared to death. That's a big mofo.
Jake will catch COVID a week before the fight.
You think
I definitely would be surprised.
12-ounce gloves. I think they're gonna put something in there to protect Jake.
I
don't
agree.
think
I
it's
was
gonna be
talking
a
about
dive.
it earlier, bro.
He a
I
real
don't think
fighter,
it's gonna be a
right?
dive or nothing like that. I don't
He
think
said
Joshua's
he
gonna
a
do
real
that.
fighter, so I don't care if they wear 16-ounce gloves or 18-ounce gloves and headgears. Anthony Joshua's gonna smoke him, dog. It's not even gonna be close.
You think he gonna put him
I was
straight
about
to
to say the
bed?
same
You think he
thing.
gonna put him straight to bed?
Dog, if I said this on the podcast, I think I was on BVO's thing last week.
Yeah.
And I said, if I'm training Joshua, all we need is the month they giving him. And I'm telling him, get him the fuck out of there. Like, we didn't come here to play. We don't get paid for overtime. Get him the fuck out of here so we can go home. Like, we got a long flight back to the UK. Get him the fuck out of here so we can go the fuck home, dog. I'm not playing with that dude. And if you look at Joshua's mannerisms, when they walked up on that stage, he didn't look like he was playing. Like, he really looked like, this shit is a joke. I'm going to get this dude out of here. He's a joke. I can't even believe he called me. Because he was talking about all the people he called. Like, I called Terrence Crawford. Terrence said next year. I called Ryan Garcia. Like, bro, what the? Like, this sideshow shit, Joshua need to put his ass to sleep, bro. Like,
you have no confidence in your old buddy Javion Love getting them ready?
Hell no, man. The jig is up this fight. The jig is up. He should have stayed fighting like Tank and them type of, like, Tank can fight, but Tank is way smaller than Jake Paul. But bro, this Anthony Joshua shit is a little bit more than he bit off he could chew, I think. And if I'm Joshua, if I'm anywhere on that team, I'm like, get this dude the fuck out of here. Because if Joshua go out there and look like shit, or he happens to get clipped and get dropped like Fury does, bro, that you can ruin it can ruin his whole legacy. It can fuck up his whole. Imagine Jake Paul knocking him out. That's a bad look, dog. Even if you go in the Hall of Fame, be like, congrats, you made it to the Hall, but you got knocked out by a dude that's never really even had a serious pro fight. Like, come on, man, you don't want that on your jacket, man. Get him out of here, man.
I feel like that'll be bad for boxing too, bro.
Bad, dog. Terrible.
BVO? How you doing, bro?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, with the 12-ounce gloves, 16-ounce gloves,
December 6th.
that don't hurt nobody but Jake Paul, because Anthony Joshua is the puncher.
Facts.
It doesn't matter if it's 12-ounce gloves; he's still punching with enough force to knock Jake Paul out. It doesn't hurt nobody but Jake Paul putting on bigger gloves.
No, I'm saying I feel like,
Jake
but
Paul
I feel
is
like,
the one
I'm talking about if Jake Paul was to knock him out, bro, on some random shit, that's gonna hurt boxing, bro.
It would, dog.
No.
That's why
I agree with that.
That's why you can't. We all see Tyson Fury play with his food against Ngannou. We saw it. Like didn't look like he didn't train. He was bullshitting. Got set down. You saw when Joshua got that call, he didn't fuck around with Francis
Yeah.
whatsoever. He got his ass up out of there, dog. Cold ass knockout. And I think he gonna do the same thing to Jake Paul, dog. I don't think Joshua is cut from that cloth to be playing games.
He said we beat Mike Tyson.
Yo, BBO be trolling, man. BBO said we be
Yo,
like,
Mike Tyson's 75 years old, man. He out of there.
No, that I mean,
that's
even with,
that's
if you
on
want to
Drake's
say,
record
oh,
though,
he beat
champ.
Mike Tyson,
I
you
got you,
talking
bro.
about
Just
a
DM me, bro. I
58 year
got
old.
you.
yeah, we'll set it up.
You talking about a
BBO.
58-year-old Mike Tyson that you went the distance with. You didn't drop Mike Tyson. You ain't hurt Mike Tyson. You went the distance with a 58-year-old man.
He 58, but his body's more like 88. All
Yeah,
the fucking weed and all that shit he just smoked, man.
His brain's 102. He's gone,
Yeah,
bro.
man. He
Guy's
come
out
on,
of
man.
here.
You couldn't get that guy up out of here. Go somewhere, man. I'm with my man though. It will be such a bad look for boxing if Joshua was to slip up and lose, man. It would be a
No,
bad.
bro.
Can you imagine these non boxing fans?
That's what I'm
What?
saying. Everybody's
Wait.
gonna be like, yo, I
Oh,
could box, and niggas is gonna come and fight for a world.
yes.
Another thing too, like who did he beat to fight for a world title? Because me, bro, look, I have to fucking go through a whole list of people just to get to a world title. This guy just jumped from point A to point B. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie to you. This is
yeah,
crazy.
he I think if I'm any parts of that team, I'm like, get him out of here, dogs. First, second round, spark him and let's go to the crib.
Yeah, he said, yo, BBO's the best. He said, Ishe, just think Tyson, AJ, all on his resume.
But y'all don't believe in the American Sweetheart Cinderella story. Y'all don't believe in
Nah,
Jake Paul
hell
making
Yeah,
it to
we
the
no,
believe
bro.
we believe the American Sweetheart Cinderella story when you talking about a fairy tale, not no daggone boxing match.
Oh, come on now, Free. I mean, Buster Douglas.
Wait, yo,
Look at
is Danny
him.
like
But he was
Danny like
nothing
really
but
calling this?
man. Come on, Buster Douglas actually fought some real people though, man. And he
No, you
got
talking about
and honestly, what that man deal with, I think he said his mama died or something like that. Like, I don't
yeah.
think a lot of heavyweights that night wasn't beating that Buster Douglas. He was on point, man. He was on point. Tyson hit that man with some shit, and he took that shit and bounced right back like I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm winning
You,
this shit. And Tyson
Im-
took him.
you talking about
Tyson took him light. Tyson took him
imagine,
light.
imagine if Jake Paul go in there and he's getting beat within an inch of his life, and he just throw a roundhouse right and it connect on Joshua Chin, and them legs go
Yeah, because
dummy,
Josh will be fighting with his
and
hands
he
and
go to
leave his hand
bed.
down sometimes too, bro. That motherfucker just be with his chin out and
Man,
all that.
y'all killing me right now. We talking
Bro,
about we talking about
a former
uh
heavyweight champion of the world,
we talking about a former heavyweight champion. Wasn't he unified heavyweight champion of the world? We talking
gold
about
medalist.
a gold medalist. Stop it, bro. I
Like,
get it.
bro, he beat Mike Tyson.
Anybody can get clipped. I get it. But bro, this ain't the same level, dog. We not talking about the same thing.
Yo, you
We
know what he
talking about
said?
a guy
Yeah, this guy is crazy,
we talking
bro.
about a guy that's fought basketball players and retired MMA fighters. Like we
That
not
fight
talking
sight
about
ain't gonna happen,
we not talking about this. We talking about a guy that he hasn't knocked out one legit boxer, bro. Not one. He lost to Tommy Fury. Like, what are we
bro.
talking about?
I don't even think the fight's gonna happen. This nigga's gonna
Yeah,
get
I don't think it's gonna
COVID.
happen either, bro. I'm gonna be
He's
honest
gonna
with you.
get COVID. He's gonna get COVID like 2 days before the weigh. Get the fuck. That's not gonna happen.
Man, y'all can
Tank's
doubt
gonna
Jake
call back
Paul
and
if you
want to fight
want.
him.
That man Jake Paul's ring walk song is gonna be in the air tonight by Phil Collins. He could
Yo,
feel it.
you guys are hilarious,
He gonna
bro.
put him to bed.
Yo,
Or
you
at least
guys
this
he
are.
gonna
boy
try to.
Monkey Dan.
I'm not
You
Monkey
gonna
can
lie.
Dan
tell.
Tank,
stay
You know
I
stay
thought
what?
off
Tank
his
was
You
gonna
can
ass,
drop him
tell
boy.
the
though.
kind of shit he's on, the kind of bullshit. And I respect him making money, so that's the only thing I
Right.
respect. But you could tell the kind of bullshit he was on just with the fighters he called. He admitted he called it Ryan Garcia, Terrence Crawford. Why are you fighting
Y'all
guys that
bullshitting, man.
small, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're 200 pounds. Fight somebody your own weight.
I mean, he's
Like,
a
that's
fraud.
insane.
I
He's a
do think
fraud.
that Devin
That's
Haney
what they
would have. I
do.
mean, not Devin Haney. What am I talking about? Devin Haney, bro. What the hell did I just say, bro? Tank would have dropped him though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You think Tank would have dropped him?
I don't know. I think
Body
if he
shot
Tank has
challenge.
with a good shot
Body
for
shot
sure.
challenge.
I think Tank probably would have hurt him to
is
the body for
wild.
sure.
Yo, he said the Southern God dunked Jake.
I don't know.
Man,
Tank is so
Andre Ward
small,
would have
man.
put
Andre
hands,
Moore would
feet,
kill this guy, bro. I don't
whatever
know
he
what he's
wanted
talking.
on Jake Paul. You need to stop.
Yeah,
giving
why
him-
didn't he call Andre Ward when he was mentioning all them names? Why Ward's name didn't come up?
That's true.
Why
Ward
why
Andre
didn't
that
Ward
Ward?
shit.
put foots in Jake Paul.
He said Pastor Ward.
Hey, he think Joshua's gonna be easier than Ward? What is wrong with this
A guy
dude?
that's been out of a guy that's been out of the ring for 6 years, and you got a guy that's fighting currently.
Right? What the fuck is wrong with him? He would have been better fighting Ward. And Joshua's a bigger puncher than Ward. That's crazy to me. Like I said, if I don't know, man. I just think if Joshua go out here and play with this dude and look like shit, or he get dropped, it's not
Or
going.
he don't train or nothing, bro. That's my word. He don't train.
How much training? How much training do you need for a guy like that?
You don't.
You don't. I mean, just like I was
Come in
telling
shape
you,
though. Come in shape though. I don't play. Don't just come in shape.
Yeah,
I mean,
But they said he's training with Usyk right now. They said he's training with Usyk.
Who?
Joshua.
AJ. AJ
I
training with
said
Usyk.
Jake Paul. I was about to say Jake Paul getting beat up by Usyk.
Nah, Jake
Well,
Paul ain't
there's
Jake Paul-
I want to move on because
Usyk
I
ain't
wanna,
wasting his time with no Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Usyk ain't wasting time with Jake Paul.
Can
I
you
wanna move on now that
imagine
he's here, real quick.
the back
yo,
pimples?
Usyk turned down a mandatory for 20-some million. Like that ain't enough for me. I'm good. I don't think Jake Paul can offer him enough.
yeah, that man Usyk, he just got 130 and he had 100 million before that. 20
Yeah,
million ain't good
20
enough for him
million
to do
ain't
no
doing it for him,
sideshow nothing.
bro. Yeah, he ain't doing no sideshow bullshit. He probably looking at that dude like, you crazy. Now that motherfucker, you know for sure would not play with Jake Paul whatsoever. That he built a little different. He would go in there and try to spark his ass. So I hope
Yeah.
Joshua do the same thing, man, because that shit wasn't a good look for Fury when he got dropped by Ngannou, man. When he got dropped,
I feel like
that shit
Josh
was
not
he was a
playing, bro.
meme.
Josh was not playing,
Yeah,
bro.
Jake
You
Paul
see
should
it
have
in his
sent
face. There
he
was
should
no
have
smile behind him.
Real
Jake Paul
quick,
should have
I don't.
sent a contract to Jao Obata. They in the same weight class. He should have sent an offer to Jao
Yo,
Obata.
Sock, didn't Jake Paul send you a contract?
I mean, he still goes to bed free. I mean, it doesn't really change anything.
Shit,
Yo, Sock, didn't Jake Paul send you a contract?
man, shit. I do the fucking
It was like $10.
what's his name?
And a bag of chips.
Was Wilder's trainer's name? I'll take a
Malik
dive.
Scott.
I'll do Malik Scott.
You know what?
Shit.
I think Lennox Lewis would. I think Lennox Lewis would get him. I think Rockman would get him. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the old heavyweights he could call besides Joshua. Besides Tyson.
Why he never sent another offer back to Rockman Jr.?
Because
That's
Rockman,
crazy.
He was
you don't
scared.
remember that?
He
You
was
don't remember
scared.
that sparring footage, D3, where
He was
Rockman
scared,
Jr. was
man.
only using.
You said
You don't remember
Jake was
where
scared of
Rockman
Rockman?
Jr.
No, Rockman was
Huh?
scared.
Or you could
He
afford
said,
the
I
guy
feel
from the
like Jake got
Cowboys.
everything to win and nothing to lose this fight, bro.
he said,
To be
you
honest
my
with you.
brother, man. You gotta be careful speaking on Jake Paul, man. He might send you an offer, man.
Man, listen here, man. He wouldn't want. He wouldn't
I
want
got
to do that.
Ishay stopping Jake Paul.
No, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play no games. Listen, that's one thing for sure. If I was to go out, I legit went out. Not because I trained. It's just because I'm old. I had it, and I ain't got it no more. There's no way I would let no guy like that even remotely think. I would go up there just like Joshua did. Like, yo, I'm here to knock your ass out. I'm not playing the easy money. Let's go. No, dog, the sideshow shit got to stop, man. I don't know why he called. I don't know who on his team thought it was a good idea to call Joshua. I have no idea who
I
thought it
feel
was
like
a good
in
Because we
this
idea.
seen
case, they was
Joshua
in, he
getting
has
beat.
everything
We
to win
seen
and nothing
Joshua
to
getting
lose,
beat to
bro.
death his last fight.
I think
Yeah, but that guy, he fought his last
think
fight is 20
Netflix
times better
offered
than
him.
Jake Paul. You can't
I
even
think
compare that.
Netflix offered him a list of names that they would accept, and
You think
Joshua was
so?
one of them. Yeah, they paid that man Jake Paul $60 million. They ain't about to bring no
Ofacio, you gotta remember
freaking
this, bro.
bum.
You gotta
No,
remember this.
so let me get this straight. You really think Netflix gave him a list of names that they would be willing to take from lightweight all the way to heavyweight?
Absolutely.
Nah.
They were willing to pay him that money to fight Tank in the first place.
But why would they give him a list of the names with that range of weight class though? Wouldn't that would be kind of
It's
crazy?
a
From
spectacle.
Tank,
It's not about putting on a real competitive fight for the fans.
right,
It's just a
right. Yeah, I see
spectacle.
what
It's an event.
you're saying. Right,
Can't say
right.
that. We just beat Mike.
So
We
you
just beat
think
Iron Mike
that
Tyson. I can't say that.
BBL, stop saying that.
We just beat Iron Mike Tyson. What are you talking about? We
so
beat the
you
undisputed
think
heavyweight
that
champion, bro.
You remember Mike Tyson had to pull out of the fight initially because he had to have like gallbladder surgery or something before the fight.
Champion's a champion, man.
BVO, if Jake
The
Paul,
funniest was Edgar
Paul,
Berlanga doing jumping jacks wanting that fight on
Nah,
fucking
you know
Twitter.
what's
that
you know
dude
what's
just
the,
Berlanga
you
get
will
know
put Jake Paul to bed.
you know
if
what's
Jake
the
Paul
trick?
was
He
from,
should
if
he
Jake
should
Paul
have
was from
called
Wisconsin,
Berlanga.
would you still rock with Jake Paul?
Huh?
If Jake Paul was from Wisconsin, BVO, would you still rock with Jake Paul?
Cleveland's in the house.
See, that's crazy.
He's actually from
I got
Puerto
a question. I
Rico.
got a question real quick.
He's from
If he
Puerto
was to
Rico. If
fight
you look at
Edgar
his
Berlanga,
taxes,
do you think that would be a better fight?
But
Jake Paul
Berlanga?
lives in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Jake and Berlanga.
I think you know what? I
man, we'll
hate to
stop
say this,
Berlinga.
man.
We'll stop Berlinga.
I hate to say it, but
Yo,
as much as I think that guy is just all, I think he would give Berlanga trouble. For real.
Man, Berlinga ain't been good. What Berlinga say he the greatest first round fighter of all time? What the hell is that?
Yeah,
bro, he beat your boy Mike Tyson, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
I would
I could see Berlinga selling like funnel cakes.
see if Jake was smart, he would have called somebody like Berlanga. That's a very winnable fight, especially on short notice, because you know Berlanga is not a 365-day, 24/7 fighter. So that would have been a fight that you
Nobody
could
paying
call.
Jake Paul $60 million for a bodega worker. That ain't gonna work, champ.
Damn.
But why would they was about to do it for 135-pound Tank? That looks ridiculous.
Nah, I agree with him, bro. Tank is like complete
I
way smaller
agree.
than
I
him, bro.
agree. It's stupid. I don't like
I
it.
mean, you can't say that,
They
Ishe,
was
because
gonna pay
we
him for
seen Muhammad
Tank.
Ali get in there with a wrestler. Didn't he break his leg when he fought that wrestler?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, what
We
you
saw
talking
that,
about, man?
Yeah,
Times
but
is
Ali had
times is
already
different.
made a
Yeah.
legacy.
And I never would say this because you my brother and I
It
love you,
works.
man. But
What
this
you
is
mean,
pure hate
champ?
coming from Ishe. This look bad on you, man.
No,
This look
man,
bad on you, man.
this Jake Paul shit is
You a Hall of
this
Famer,
Jake
man. You
Paul
can't be
shit is
hating like that.
man. You
You and
know
my
what?
boy Eric Kelly, y'all been hating so hard on this dude. He saved boxing.
I would have took him. I would have went Berlanga. I would have called Berlanga.
I think he did do a great job with the women's boxing, though.
He saved boxing, Ishe. You forgot.
Man, get the hell out of here. He saved parts of boxing. He got the women paid. He's not done nothing promotional wise on the men's side. He's built great events. I
Amanda
told you
Serrano was doing hair out her apartment before Jake met her. Come on, man. Stop
exactly. He's
that.
done a
He should have
great
fought
job
Clarissa.
with the women.
He should have fought Clarissa.
Oh, that would have been crazy, bro.
And so you can see her get beat
I'm not
down.
gonna lie, bro. I got Clarissa.
Nah, I got Jake sleeping Clarissa. Respectfully.
Hey, I put like this.
Yo,
I
you
don't
guys
promote
ain't
domestic
shit,
violence.
I usually don't
promote
say this,
violence
but when you
against
talk
women.
about Clarissa, she's talking about fighting a 50-year-old woman. She's a loser, man. She
How
keep
you
calling her
call
50-something-year-old
Clarissa a
woman.
She
loser?
fought
What the hell's
Talk about
wrong with
fighting
you?
Clarissa.
How did she catch it straight out of nowhere?
Hold up. You can't get mad at Carissa for wanting to fight a 50-year-old man when 50-year-old woman when you sitting here praising Jake Paul for fighting 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
That's facts.
Hypocrite.
Hold on.
Hypocrite.
You moving the goalpost like you always do.
No, he's not.
You moving the goalpost. And I keep telling you,
No.
Puerto Ricans, man, stay out of black people business, man.
Hey, you can say
You
stay out of black
talking
folks' business all
you
want.
talking about her wanting to fight Layla Ali.
Absolutely.
Did you see her on the Tamron Hall show where she said Tamron Hall said, hey, if you know what she said, Layla's like almost 50, man. You think she can still fight at the top of her game? Clarissa said, well, if we fought in her prime, I would beat her. It's like, how desperate do you gotta be, man? Like,
But what would
Yo,
you
You
bro,
want
need
her
money
to
Peter
that
say?
calling
bad, get
the
an
Hoover
Would you
star.
OnlyFans.
That's
want
out in the
would you
beginning,
want her
though.
to
Jake
say,
Paul.
if I fought her in the prime, I would have lost? She's supposed to be
Facts.
confident.
I want her to stop calling out a 50-year-old woman and fight
The
Well,
somebody that
50-year-old
but
she
you
can
woman
got to
fight.
called
Say
her
remember
that to
out
Jake
first.
Paul. What are you talking about?
that 50-year-old woman got the biggest name probably in the history of women's boxing. Probably. I
I
mean,
would
it's only
disagree. I would say Christy Martin does.
it's only a handful of them that do. Christy Martin, Layla Ali, and
And
Clarissa
Wolf.
Shields. And Wolf don't have the name they have, but she was great too. But when it comes to even Lucia Riker, when it comes to names, and when you think of women boxing, it's only really two names outside of Clarissa who's gone today. She ain't gone. She hasn't retired yet. But it's only two names that really come to mind, and it's Christy Martin and Layla Ali. So you can't knock her for wanting to fight the best, especially with that. But that being said, man, Layla is way past it. Clarissa doing her thing now, but I'm not hating on her for wanting to fight, her idol or somebody she grew up watching.
D
She
shit.
wanted to try to.
That's like Virgil Ortiz calling you out, man.
No,
That
it
shouldn't
ain't. It ain't
happen.
the same because
It's the
my
exact
name,
same.
my
You
name ain't
retired.
as big as the
It
women's
don't
boxing
matter.
is different. And
But
Layla Ali name holds weight in that women's boxing, man. It holds weight. People remember her
you
from
talking about
boxing.
the one that fought Joe Frazier's daughter who used to work at Denny's?
It's still, man. Her name brings weight
Right,
in
you ain't
women's
had to say
boxing,
that
man.
part though.
Her name brings weight in women boxing.
Hey, you said,
It's
let me ask you this real quick, man. When you think about the Mexican Pussycat, what do you think about him as a fighter? You
which
think he's
one?
good? David Benavidez.
Well, that's what we wanted to get to the main event and talk about these fights so we could go already. But let's do it.
Man, you shouldn't have us on here and just stick on one topic. You know how we do, man.
I know. I do. I know how you
You know,
guys do.
hey, he's a mighty cone. You can't worry about what he do.
Whoa.
Wow.
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 I think Benavidez is. I think he got the perfect opponent in front of him, man. That guy's gonna be right there to hit, and Benavidez put punches and
See?
bunches. So
I
I
said the
don't.
same thing.
He's strong, but that's about it. He's just strong. I really think Benavidez is gonna get him up out of there, man. He's just too many punches, man. He just throws punches and bunches. He mixes them up top, down below, body shots, head shots. The only thing this guy got is he's got power. That's about it. This ain't the test. The test is if he start fighting them other boys, the Beterbiev and that other boy. Those are gonna be the tests.
Mhm.
A
Those are gonna be the
40-year-old better
tests.
Beterbiev. That's the test.
That's a test, man. That
He
dude is
40-something years old.
Pardon
that
me.
dude is the
I have
truth.
to excuse me, sir. Ofacio, I know you're grown up, but it's getting late.
You better give me my. I got sparring tomorrow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Go
You
brush your
got
teeth and
sponsored.
go
Yeah,
to
you gotta
bed.
go sleep.
Go
Huh?
brush your teeth, say your prayers, and go to sleep.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it with y'all. Listen.
Ofacio, we'll
Yo,
talk.
everybody.
Ofacio, we'll talk. I'm gonna get you on BVO's show, maybe Monday, Tuesday, whenever you're free. So
Let's do it, y'all.
Ofacio,
I appreciate you guys, bro, for the
I,
Feliz
I
conversation.
don't want to hear
Navidad,
no
nigga.
Xbox. I don't want to hear no Xbox. Turn off the lights.
Hey, Ofacio, Feliz
Yo,
Navidad, nigga.
Feliz Navidad. Yo, everybody take care. Have a good night, y'all. I
all right,
appreciate y'all, bro,
Ofacio,
for
good
You
real.
got
shit,
3
bro.
minutes, all right, young man?
All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'll be
3
in bed. I
minutes.
promise.
Isha, you should have had
Say
stock
good
in
night
this.
to your mom. Good night.
All right,
Stock
good
is
night, guys.
great.
Later.
Isha, you should have had stock working out with you. You should have stock as your conditioning coach, man. This guy's strict.
Man, you wouldn't know if
Sure.
Sock would show up, man.
That's true.
Ishay don't need
Yeah.
no strength and conditioning coach. Ishay is very disciplined.
No, yeah.
You
I
ever
agree
worked with a strength
with
coach?
Ishak.
Yeah, a couple times. You know who
Yeah.
I work with? He's sick now. I worked with Memo before.
Does he have cancer?
I think he got some type of sickness going on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who got cancer real bad is a guy I fought, Vanez.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh wow.
He's going
Crazy.
through it,
Yeah.
man.
Marazian, yes.
Wow.
Praying
And
for
and
him.
see, not to change the subject, this is what's fucked up about the game. All that money that man made in the game, no health insurance, no benefits. He got to go to
Right.
Mexico. I think last time me and him spoke, I know he was in Mexico getting his treatment for cancer.
This is who Memo
Vanez.
Vanes.
Vanez.
Right,
And this
because
is what
he made some money. I mean,
yeah, and
he fought Golovkin.
and this is what I'm saying about how fucked up the game is. This is how fucked up
Hmm.
the game is, man. The guy made good money, and it's just nobody really teaches you how to keep the money. Not everybody gonna
Former
make short
Olympian,
money,
dogs. Former
and
Olympian.
former Olympian and made good money, and he is in Mexico getting treatment for cancer. That's the last I heard. He was over there getting treatment for cancer. I don't know what that story is, but this is what I'm saying, man. How the game don't love you back, man. How the
Wow.
game just don't love you back.
Yep.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, poor
It's only
kid.
one
But
reason you go to Mexico to get that kind of treatment. It's not because they got the best doctors over there, I don't think.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just talk about one more fight because D Free and Isha, you weren't here when we went over it, and BVO, you could chime in as well. But let's go to what many people think is going to be the main event: Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. I'll lead off with you, Isha, because you've been making some crazy predictions of late.
I think listen, the Sam fight is that's a very tough fight for my man. That's a very tough fight. So that's a legit that's a live underdog right there. You can see it with the numbers.
Okay.
Most of the time bookies move numbers to just move them for their benefit, like if it's a football game, basketball game, but fights they don't really move the numbers for that. There's just a lot of money coming in on that kid. That's the bottom line. But with the whole it's a fight of two tails, man. Is Devin gonna be able to be better doing what he do than what Brian Norman is at what he does? And that's gonna be the key. Can Devin really sit there and box for 12 rounds and not get caught? Because it doesn't, everybody say, well, who is he for? The dude is punching, and that's a fact. I've heard that from multiple people, even from the people he's gone to help with in camp. Like when he's gone to different sparring camps, I've always heard this dude Brian Norman. Brian Norman was in camp doing this. Brian Norman was in camp doing this to this fighter. He can punch. He can punch. This is before he even popped on the scene like that. So is he going to be able to? Is Devin really going to be? And all the little dancing and shit before the fight in like the weigh-in, and my man just sitting there calm. I don't know, man. That's a little telling to me. Just a little bit telling. Looks like I don't know what he was trying to do there. So I don't know, man. I like Dev. I like Dev. So I've been knowing Dev since he was a kid. But I'm on the fence on who to pick because I just don't know how good Devin is going to be at alleviating what Brian does well. But is Brian going to be able to cut him off and be able to do what he needs to do? Because everybody says, well, Devin don't have to make weight no more. And he's gonna be able to punch. That's not just because you don't cut weight, that don't mean that you're gonna automatically go up to another weight and become a puncher. It don't work that way. So I don't know where these fans get that from. If you're not punching at the weight you're at, you're not gonna go to a higher weight and be punching either. I get it. Anybody can get clipped, but it's highly likely that if you wasn't punching at 140, you're not going to be punching at 47 either. You're just going to be able to make weight comfortable, and you may have a little bit more man strength, but you're not just going to turn into a damn Mike Tyson or Joe Louis up there or Golovkin knocking people out. It just don't work that way. So I don't know, man. It's a very tough fight. I think the first 3 rounds are going to be very big, and it's going to set the tone of the whole fight. The first 3 rounds are going to be very big. It'll set the tone for the whole fight.
Shay, going up in weight, do you think that's going to help his punching power or punch resistance?
No, I don't think it's going to help either. Honestly,
Okay.
I don't think it's going to help his punching power, and I definitely don't think if you can take punches at if you couldn't take punches at a lower weight, you're not going to be able to take them at a higher weight either. You know,
Okay.
it just, when I went up in weight, when I fought 54, I had a good chin until later in my career. When I fought at 160, I didn't get hurt by Danny Jacobs. I had a good chin early in my career. So if you getting clipped, getting hurt at a lower weight, it does. I just think it's just going to be comfortable for him that he don't have to cut weight. He may have more endurance. He may feel more refreshed going to a fight, and he may have more like physical strength, like man strength, like when he tie you up or that kind of stuff. But I don't think he's just automatically gonna be just blessed with power. That's just not what happens when you go up in weight.
Okay. So you're not making a pick in this fight. You just think it's just an even.
It's for me. It's a pick 'em because
Well, that's
I'm
the
at a
odds
pick
say
'em
too.
because
The
I
odds say
don't
the same
because
thing.
last time I looked, it was 115 last time I looked.
Yeah,
It
in
was
some
even.
cases 110, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't pick because I don't know how that tone is going to sit. I can't call it. I got to see the first 3 rounds. I can tell right away within the first couple. We knew right away in the Ryan Garcia fight, he was in trouble. He showed a lot of heart, but we knew from like the first 3 rounds, he was in a lot of trouble, especially the
No,
first
that's
round
not
when
true, EJ. The first
he
round,
got he
he
got
got
caught with that hook in the first round.
in the
Remember that?
first round, but then after that, he had control until he got
But
caught again.
But we knew when he got clipped with that left hook, we were all on the edge of our seat saying if he get hit with another one, he's going down.
Okay,
We
I
all
see.
knew that. It
Okay,
set the tone right away for the fight. When he got hurt with that left hook, it set the tone. And like I said, he has a lot of heart. He even shows so much heart by finishing the fight. But when Ryan Garcia landed that hook, and mind you, I hate talking about this fight because he was doped up, but still I have to talk about it. But when he landed that hook, that set the tone for the whole fight. We knew it was a possibility. He was either going to get knocked out or he was going to get dropped. We knew if he landed that hook at a perfect point, and that's what this fight is going to tell. Within the first 3 rounds, you're going to be able to tell how the tone of the fight's going to go from that point.
I agree, 100%.
I can't pick.
100%.
I
Yeah.
can't pick now. If we were had a this chat going on during the fight, I could tell you within like the first couple rounds who I thought was going to win right away because it's all going to be how Devin comes out. If he comes out on that bicycle running around, and at some point you got to land something meaningful, and I just don't, and that kid can punch, man. That kid can punch. So we gonna see.
Yeah,
okay. D free
yeah. I
close
think I
out.
think I think with this fight, yeah, I think with this fight, it's a 50-50 fight, and I've been saying it the entire time since this fight was made. And um, I had to make a pick because we in the league. Me and Thomas is in this league, so I picked Devin Haney with a unanimous decision. But take my pick with a grain of salt. I've been terrible in these picks the last couple of weeks. Um, but I'm not I'm not I'm not confident that Devin Haney is going to win this fight. I made a pick and I'm going off the experience of Devin Haney. I'm not going off of he's a better fighter or anything like that. I'm just going off the experience of Devin Haney. I said, okay, Devin Haney should be able to pull off a close unanimous decision. But make no mistake about it, like Ishe said, Brian Norman can punch. And the difference between Brian Norman and Devin Haney is Brian Norman is willing to take a shot to give 2 shots. He knows, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take this jab straight, but if I land this hook, I know I'm gonna hurt him, and I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm gonna keep coming. And I don't know if Devin is gonna be able to slow Brian Norman down. I think Devin is going to be on his bike for majority of that fight, but Devin is not that great of a fighter on the back foot. Yes, he can win the fight on the back foot, but he's not a great fighter where he's going to give Brian Norman problem by being on the back foot. I think he's just going to be on the back foot to stay away from Brian Norman, especially if he feels Brian Norman power early. And the one thing that I will say, Devin Haney got in that fight with Jose Ramirez. We didn't see that Devin Haney recovered from the Ryan Garcia fight. We saw Devin Haney stay away from a guy. So I don't know if Devin Haney is over what happened in the Ryan Garcia. We don't know if he's truly over that yet because he didn't take any other shot to show that, okay, yeah, I could take a punch and it's not going to hurt me. He stayed away from Jose Ramirez. So that could play a part if Brian Norman catch him with a clean shot and he gets a little wobble or he gets a little hurt. He could say, oh, he could have the effects of the Ryan Garcia and be like, oh no, I can't stand in here with him. So I don't know. I picked Devin Haney for a unanimous decision, but I'm not confident.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. I'll agree with that because one thing about a fighter getting dropped like that is I don't think you can ever be the same. It's one thing to get like a flash knockdown or get dropped and you pop back up, but to get dropped over and over again in a fight, I just don't know if mentally and physically, if he get hit again, if he'll be able to take a shot because the body remembers certain things. You got to remember when Tarver knocked out Roy Jones, he was never the same. And then granted, it was a bigger punch, but he just was never the same after that. And this was Superman to everybody. He just beat everybody. He was like shit. He was at one point they was calling him like one of the best fighters ever. And when Tarver knocked him out, he was never the same. So I agree with you there because he was on his bicycle that last fight, and we don't know if that body we don't know what that chin gonna do if it gets clipped. We have no idea because the body remembers shit, man. I remember I had been in there with the strongest punters, Randall Bailey. I had been in there with some guys that can hit, even Jacobs to an extent, and I was the one that hurt him. The first time I got dropped was against Vanessa Monterosen later in my career, and I gotta remember. And whenever I started getting hit with good shots, even in sparring, my body remember. I felt it like, damn, I'm a little buzzed a little bit. Now it's later. I'm like, shit. These kind of shots didn't affect me earlier in my career until I got dropped. And that's one thing, man. You right about that. The body always remembers, bro. The body remembers. So it's gonna be telling to see how his body reacts to getting hit by a real dude who can punch.
Okay. Real quick, my man D-Man, so we're in the same fight pool, me and D-Free, and D-Man's in the fight pool. I forgot D-Man also taking Devin Haney as me. I'm in first place in the fight pool, and the majority of the fight pool has picked Brian Norman Jr. And I don't know if it's because they want Brian Norman Jr. to win or if they want to try to catch me in points because they knew I was going to pick Devin Haney. But D-Man is clowning D-Free because D-Free. Are you in last place? I thought
yeah, I'm in last place.
Man. So now I don't feel too confident in my pick because you took Devin Haney too.
Hey, I did. I kept
what are the odds?
I'm like, I don't know how to pick this fight because it's a 50-50 fight to me. I've been saying that. Everybody kept saying Brian Norman.
Okay.
Brian Norman can't do this. Brian Norman can't do that. Devin Haney is this he levels above Brian Norman. I'm like, dog, this is a 50-50 fight. Y'all sleeping on Brian Norman. I've been watching Brian Norman since I heard about, I think my man Tay Jones put me on a round.
He put me on too. Absolutely, he did. Yeah. He put me on too.
He put me on the Brian Norman, and I've been watching Brian Norman. I'm like, man, dude can fight. I'm like, okay, he can fight. He didn't. Okay. I saw holes in his games, and I said, I need to see more from Brian Norman. I need to see him improve. And as the years went on, Brian Norman started getting better and better. So I'm like, hey, this dude can fight. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I'm not sold that Devin Haney is going to win this fight straight out.
Okay. Hey, BVO, you got any closing thoughts of this?
Hold on 1 second. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's sad. He beat a nigga to death 10 rounds to 0. And y'all want to play like I mean, we seen people get knocked down all the time. That's boxing. What did Abdullah say? That's boxing. It happens, man. I mean, we see a guy, Floyd Patterson, get beat dead all the time and get up and win. I mean, Devin Haney lost to a dude who was high on who was drunk and high, and he had the nerve to be on Ostarine. Come on, man.
No,
stop this.
I don't think nobody criticizing him for that though.
No, nobody, I'm just saying what I'm saying. And then you gotta remember this, Ishay. How many niggas on a planet can throw they fist as fast as Ryan Garcia? That fast twitch left hook, a lot of people
But
can't get
but
past it.
that
That's from God.
that's my point though, because he shouldn't, knowing that, he should have never got hit with the left hook. That's the thing. Knowing how fast it was, how strong it was, what did you work on? Everybody knew De La Hoya, and I sparred De La Hoya, and that hook was everything to what I made sure in sparring that he didn't. That was a 1 point punch. He was not going to get off. And so if you know that, how do you get hit with that punch over and over and over again, bro? And I'm not saying that. I give him credit. He has a lot of heart. And I'm not giving Ryan Garcia credit for nothing in that fight. The only thing I'm saying is that fight did take a little out of him. It's impossible that it didn't. After that kind of war, only thing he showed me is he has a lot of heart and he got up over and over again and he was able to finish the fight. But far as like the fight taking a little away from you, most definitely it did, man, because he kept getting hit with the same punch. He got dropped, and you could tell he was a little gun shy in this return fight. He did not want to exchange whatsoever, man. Is he going to be able to do that against Norman is the question.
Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow. BVO, any prediction on this fight?
I got a video dropping, man. Shout out to my brother Ishay, man, and Ishay, man. You King Doc Cleveland, man. We gonna win this fight, and I can't wait to see your
Oh
face.
my God! Can you talk about the real fighters? God damn!
So my
Can we
I have a
talk about
serious
the real
question.
fighters, man?
I have a serious question. Ishay. So Brian Norman wins how? Like, what does he have to do to win?
The only way Brian, for me, is two things. It's only two ways he can win: a knockout, or he's got to put him down, maybe once or twice, definitely once, and make change Devin's whole approach to the fight, make it meaning he done stunk it up and he's running and he's not even accumulating no points. Because Brian Norman can't win by outboxing him. That's just not gonna happen.
Right.
And everybody says like Devin is a great boxer, but I don't think it's Shakur-esque. You see,
He
it's
has
a difference.
You mean he don't run enough?
No, I mean that
he has
he don't.
lapses defensively.
Yes. See, I can sit back and I can watch guys like Shakur. I can watch guys like Pete, Sweet Pea, and guys like Floyd. And even though they're not very, especially the older Floyd, they're not offensively. I can say, man, this motherfucker is boxing the shit and beating the shit out of this dude and just looking great. To me, I appreciate that. Devin doesn't really fall in those categories. It's good boxing, but it's not that kind of boxing. So everybody say superb boxer. I just don't see it because superb boxer to me is constantly moving, being very offensive and not getting hit at the same time. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that this fight. I think at some point he's going to have to sit there and exchange. And I don't know if he has the power, and I don't know if he has the really in the back of his mind, because I don't care who around you. The team can be there, his dad can be there, everybody can be there. But motherfucker, when you get in that ring, it's always in the back of your head who you really are and what you really can do. And I don't know if he still has that confidence that he used to have before that Garcia fight. So that's why I say the first 3 rounds, man, are going to be the telling of the fight. You can tell because if Bryan can't cut that ring off and Devin Haney is just pot shotting him, his only hope is to land a big shot. That's it.
Okay. Well, guys, I agree. I agree with mostly what everybody's saying, and I agree about the defensive lapses that he has, because I've said that. That was one of the first things I said. I said the second half of the fights is usually where we see that with Devin, and he's got caught by a number of guys. Loma, I believe, heard him and buzzed him late. We know about Linares buzzing late. Those knockdowns that Ryan scored were like in the 10th and 11th round. That's late. So and even I think the second Kambosos fight, he had success in the second half, and Jojo Diaz. I think he got a nice little shot, a couple in
He
the
did.
second half of the fight. So I mean, it's gonna come. In my opinion, if it does happen, it'll probably be in the second half of the fight. But I do think Devin is capable of pitching a shutout at the same time too. But he's gonna, if you make mistakes, you still got to capitalize on them, right? Sometimes you get away with making mistakes. So
He's been hurt to the body too. Thomas, he's been hurt to the body too. And that's kind of rare for a fighter with that much of boxing ability that you've seen get hurt to the body. Like we've seen him get hit to the body and we're like, he's hurt. I can't remember in recent memory a guy that everybody says a superb boxer and got great boxing ability that have got, I think Loma hurt him to the body. I think Jojo Diaz hurt him to the body where we've seen he's hurt, like he's either bent over, crouched over from getting hit with the shot. And those are just telling things. So I like you said, man, it's going to be because of these things that we can see and we're pointing out. Trust and believe Brian Norman Sr. and his son have seen those same exact things, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it, man, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. This was good. If you got any final thoughts, you guys can leave them now. But I'm gonna close shop and get ready to start my day tomorrow. You know what I mean? Everybody just got quiet.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I think it should be a good day of boxing. On the East Coast, it starts at what time? 3:00.
Around 3:30. Yeah, I think the card starts. Yeah.
Okay.
So where are the fights at, Sock?
In Saudi.
Yeah, I thought they were. That's what I'm saying. There's no home field advantage whatsoever.
No.
None at all.
No.
You get with fighting on this guy's card, you get no benefit. And that's the bad thing, man, because you get no benefit of nothing. You get no benefit. No New York, no Vegas, no California. I was fortunate enough to fight in all the big cities, even in Texas. And just when you go over there and fight, you get in that bag, but you take every advantage you possibly have away. So that's why I say this Mason fight is a 50-50 fight because he has no advantages and neither does the other guy. They're just basically, if you taking high quality fights and you're putting them at a neutral site that most people can't go to, that the majority, like 99% of the world is not going to be able to go to. And I just don't know if the only thing good about these fights is that this guy is making the big fights and he's paying the fighters, but is the boxing fan really missing out is the question, because, I remember the fights at the Garden. I remember the fights when they would put the fights on HBO Boxing After Dark in the small ballroom at the Garden. I remember the fights in Vegas, in Cali at the Staples Center. So is the real boxing fan really missing out for Turkey making these big fights and putting them shits all the way over there, man?
Were you ever a fighter that fed off the crowd?
I think when you are fighting, especially when you're fighting at home, I think absolutely. It's something about knowing I'm at the crib and I got all my people coming out. And especially if you've been boxing as long as I had, you feel something. And then on the flip side of that, when I fought in New York and I fought Paul Wolak and he had all his fans there screaming and felt like I was fighting in a fucking soccer game. I was just like, I'm about to shut all these motherfuckers up. I was like, they're going to be mad at the end of the fight. And the same thing when I went to Detroit and I won my world titles. It's the same shit. So, I was like, I knew I had won the fight when I said, you know what? I'm going to come in his shit. I was like, what song am I going to pick? And I said, you know what? It'll be perfect. I'm going to pick this Eminem song because I'm about to take his shit in his city and I'm going to let his fans know what the fuck is up. So I think you lose that edge. You get the money, and I'm always going to say get the money, but I think the fans lose out. And I think as a fighter, you lose out from the advantages you have because at the end of the day, how many people are you going to fly over? If I was fighting today and I was fighting in Saudi Arabia, none of my only people that can come is my family. None of my friends gonna be able to afford to book over there. No, ain't nobody really gonna fly over there. So you really don't. This is shit for him because he has so much money and he's such a fan that he's able to do this. But he's doing this shit in all kind of sports. He's doing it in tennis.
Mhm.
He's doing it in golf. He's doing it
Yeah.
in all kind of sports because he has so much money that he can just do what he wants. And I get it. But at the end of the day, I really think at me becoming a fan first of the sport, I really think as a fan, I appreciate the fights. But when you can't attend these fights, and then as a fighter, when you know you don't have that backing and the atmosphere and the fight week and you don't have the people there like that city, that New York feeling of fighting at the Garden or Vegas fighting at one of the big casinos. I think you miss out, man. I think he should do these fights and he should keep them like it where they belong. This fight is these cards should be where they belong, is somewhere in America or maybe in the UK somewhere. I don't think he should put on these fights over there, man. Look at you talking about the fucking cards starting at 3 p.m. Like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus it's a very sterile environment. I mean, it's a new fan base to the sport. Nothing but dudes in the crowd. It's
You know
it's
why
what it
that is,
is.
though. You know why it's nothing but dudes in the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's what I mean. It just, like I said, it seems like we take 2 steps forward and then we take 3 steps back. I'm happy
Hmm.
with the fighters are getting paid. Obviously, if this guy is making these fights, he's paying them, but the fan is missing out, man. The fan is missing out big time. You know, the
Thousand
fan
percent.
is the small time promoters is missing out. The cities is missing out. I mean, these guys ain't making enough money where they can fly over 40 people. I think you miss out. I think you missed the mark a little bit. That's just my opinion. I think you missed the mark, and I think he should really reconsider, like when these fights are being made, saying, "Okay, I'm gonna use this promoter. We're gonna put this on in New York. I'm gonna use this guy. We're gonna put this on in LA." Like Benavidez that fight should be in Vegas. That fight should be at the MGM or at the T-Mobile Arena. Why the fuck is it all the way over there? That's crazy. So
It's.
if
I mean,
Teofimo fights Shakur, where's that going to be? That's going to be over there too. Like this shit don't make sense, man. It really doesn't. I really think you alienate what make boxing great when you alienate the fans, because there's a really lot of diehard fans out there, man. And I think when you start alienate the fans and you take these fights away from them and you putting them on over there, then you got fucking people walking like, hey, fellas, come to the house at 3 o'clock. Like, bro, I'm 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think they
don't
only
lie.
care about the money right now. So
Hmm.
they're getting big paydays, bigger paydays than a lot of fighters ever got. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the point of the careers that each of these fighters are at right now. So
I'm
but
happy about that. That I
yeah,
am happy about. I'm happy that they're getting big paydays, but the fan is suffering. And when the fans suffer, the sport suffer.
yeah,
Right. You can't build a fan base, especially
No, you
not here in
can't.
America. I
No.
mean, the boxing nerd like us, we gonna watch, but other than that, it's you can't cross over into mainstream with these cards.
No, and when you alienate the fan, we see what alienating the boxing fans is what made Jake Paul.
Boom. That's it.
And
That's
when
it.
you alienate the fans, that cannot be a good thing. That cannot. We saw it. We saw it with KO Nation. You know how many gimmicks we've had over the years? The only thing positive about this is that the best is fighting the best. That's
yeah,
really it.
yeah,
Hmm.
Outside of that, man, you putting on fights over there, bro. It's only so much the fan is actually going to take. You
And
know, when they can't attend these fights, when they can't see their favorite fighters, when fights are coming on at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like that's crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Well, guys, nah, you're right. But I gotta call it a night, guys.
to be continued.
I know it's early over there in Vegas. But it's 1 o'clock over here in New York. You say?
Man, it's just man, if you running up your Wi-Fi bill, just say so, man. we
Yo,
we understand, man.
this guy's out of pocket, man. That's all I can say.
We get it. The
He
missus.
texted me when the Seahawks lost, sock. He texted me the Seahawks lost, bro.
As he should.
Because
As he should. Wow.
He is convinced. I told him Sam Darnold was not the guy. I told him that. I do think you guys will win this week. I really think you guys will win this week. If you're
supposed to win, play the Titans.
I wish Sam Darnold was my QB. Shit.
Well, you got Geno.
This motherfucker.
He's terrible, man.
Dog. Oh my God.
It could be worse. You could be a Cowboy fan, Look.
Hey, who give up yards? We do. Who missed tackles? We do. Who let tight ends run free? That's us. Third and long? Still first down. Every time. Who can't stop a screen? We can.
You could be a Cowboy fan and be worse.
No, but I am going to the game this week. This is going to be my first game in Vegas I've actually went to, only because I've been a big Prime supporter and a Shador supporter for years, man. So I got to go support, man.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so you're going to be our on the field reporter. You got to give us a sound of the atmosphere.
But I am going to say that I do think the Raiders are going to lose too.
I hope so. I don't want to win no meaningless games. I want to get a top two or three pick.
Yeah, I think Shador rises to the occasion and Raiders continue, because Shador doesn't need to be great to win this game. All he needs to do is not make mistakes, and the defense will bring everything else home. They're top 5 defense, top 10 defense in the league. Yeah. So all he needs to do is not turn the ball over and get first downs, and and I think he's capable of doing that, man. I really do. I seen him uplift Jackson State. I seen him do it at Colorado, and the Raiders. He couldn't pick a better opponent, and I'm here in Vegas, but he couldn't pick a better opponent to come out and play to start his first NFL game with. The Raiders are absolutely terrible.
I can't disagree.
And Sock is a Raider fan, so
And let me tell you something. Cleveland has a big fan base. There's going to be Brown. There's going to be about 40. Maybe 60%
you're absolutely
Browns.
Right.
They have a big fan base.
They got a big fan base, and Shador has a big fan base. It's probably going to be more people there with 12 jerseys on. It's going to be a lot of Browns fans there, man. It's going to be a lot of Shador fans there. They're just happy he finally get an opportunity. And I don't know, man. I don't think he's going. I think they're going to win the game. I think he's going to come out and shine. He don't need to do much to win. He just needs to not turn the ball over and just, get first downs. And I think the defense will bring home the rest, man. Because Cleveland's defense is really good, bro. They the truth.
They got a good running back too. The rookie, that guy is good.
Yeah. That's what I say. He don't need to be perfect. Yeah. He just needs to be just a little bit better than the game manager, and they win the game.
The Raiders play 10 yards off the fucking wide receivers. It's going to be simple. Jesus.
Well, I'll tell you guys now, man. Get your Seahawk,
oh my
NFC
God,
championship, caps and shirts and jerseys, because I believe we're going to be in the NFC championship game. Baby.
The guy that sees ghosts.
Darnold.
The guy that sees ghosts.
Fuck my life, man. Shit.
Seahawks and the Rams in the NFC championship game. Book it.
We can't beat them, so I hope it's not the Rams, because we can't beat the Rams.
He been struggling with the Rams since last year when he was on the Vikings.
I think he threw 3 or 4 interceptions against them last year.
Well, I gotta say, when he gives it up, boy. He don't throw you just one pick. He throw.
You see what I got to deal with, Sock?
When he give it up, good old Sam. I should have been a football player, because you can be trash. You can be trash, have one good year, and go sign $100 million contract. Look at always been trash. He has a couple good years, and I knew he was not going to do shit this year. I'm like, why are the Raiders signing this dude? Why? Trash, bro.
Anyway, guys, I'm out. I mean, I was trying to get out of here, but you know, hold on.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. Nah, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm just tired, man. I gotta go. It's past my bedtime, you know. So I'm getting up.
Man,
there.
you act like you 80 years old, bro. When the fuck was you born? 1955?
Yo, how old are you? I'm older than you, right?
Bro, this nigga works like 4 days at home, bro. Shay, this nigga works 4 days.
Why are you so tired, dog? Every time I gotta wrap it up, I'm so tired. What the fuck you been doing?
You gotta take some vitamins or something, bro.
I know, man. Maybe your vitamin E or something, man. Something's low in your body, man.
You ain't shit. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, man. This is
I'm a former fighter now working a job, and I'm able to stay up. You crying how tired you are, man. I'm 47, man.
Appreciate, man. You're a bully, bro. I swear to God.
I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's right, man. You did last time we talked. You told me you don't even go in the office sometimes. You get to stay at home.
That's true.
Bro.
I was home today. Yo, we want to have a segment, man. We're gonna do it with, it's called Ishay's mailbox.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
I'm gonna create an email, right? And it'll be like with questions people come and ask you and stuff like that. And then you come on, we'll read the questions out, and then you answer it. Kind of like a radio show. It'd be like, Sock from Dominican Republic, he's got a question for you. And then, and then it'll be like, yo, Ishay, man, I don't know. Sock has some good ones. Sock, give him an example.
Like it's too late, but we'll hit Ishay up behind the scenes.
Yo, Ishay, why every time you come up on Tom's channel, you be hating on his team and shit, stuff like that, and then you give your reply. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come up with something. I'll come up with email, and then you know what I'm saying, and that we're gonna start that segment. And you come on, you might get some trolls. They might ask you some questions, so you may have to slap them up and respond kind of aggressively.
No, that's cool, man. I'm all with it, man.
Yeah.
My brother, salute.
All right, man.
Ishay, man, I appreciate you though, man. Don't be texting me if Seattle loses, man. I'll be.
I am, man. I bet on y'all this week, so you better not lose.
And we gotta cover the spread too. Shit.
I don't bet y'all with the spread because the spreads be on some bullshit. I'm money line y'all, man.
Oh, okay, you good, man. We ain't losing them bums.
It depends on which Sam Darnold shows up, man.
He only got to do hand the ball off, man. We're gonna run it down their throat.
The Patrick Swayze.
And we got the best wide receiver in football right now, baby.
Now that motherfucker good. He didn't do shit for me when I drafted him as a rookie, but that motherfucker is good, dog.
Yeah, he's a monster right now. So
yeah, that motherfucker is the truth.
Well, all right, guys, let me get out of here.
All right, fellas. All right, Sock, man. Stay up, bro.
Stay up.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.